The Tape Never Lies Network.
The tape never lies. Tape never lies.
Starts now.
The tape never lies.
Draft Dr. Phil and the Smartest Man.
Keeping it 100.
Here we go. Chicago's trading up.
100.
Yes! What? Oh my God. Here it is! Just recorded.
The tape never lies.
The people drop off, but we still keep rocking.
You'll never know how good your football team's going to be until you play with maximum effort.
Keeping it 100.
Open competition over the North and never give it back.
Smartest man.
My Chicago Bears select Justin Fields, quarterback, Ohio State.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. Dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man and Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keeping it 100, never running east to west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the freaking anchor, forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shane's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shane got some haters. But now they're mouth stuck like the 2 and now and later. Debaters, frauds get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sacks scrolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shane. What we do when we're breaking down the Bears. Fuck a play or a captain, all of the unfair. The tape never lies. The truth, you see, we laugh, we analyze, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a sad nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like Trick Sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man and Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun dip. We're back better than ever and we keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the Smartest Man.
Justin Fields gets outside the pocket, puts that ball perfectly where only Mooney can get it. 1 point, 2 feet.
Draft Dr. Phil and the Smartest Man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the Smartest Man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keep it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Bears never lies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo! This is Michael the Killer. This is TTNL Keeping It 100, the best Bears show on the planet. The Bears got slaughtered. The refs stuck us with a knife and twisted any chance they got. And there needs to be some cuts at Hollis Hall. Let's go. We got another great show for you tonight. We got some patrons coming on they better kill it. They better kill it. So let's bring on the boys. Where are they? There's one of them saying the smartest man. What's up?
Well, oh, you're not Phil. You're not Phil. We better do it. Can't do it that way either. What do we got going on here, Claude?
What's
We're
up?
falling
What's
apart.
up? It's not Claude, bro. This is Michael the Killer.
Oh,
Where's
that's
Dennis
right.
Jones? Where's
Sorry,
Will?
Mike.
I need to find him.
Oh man, yeah. Well, DDP's we had to remove him. You know, there was an HR violation. There's a lot of that going around. So
Oh boy. Oh
yeah.
boy.
Well, we will we'll tell you exactly what happened though, just a little bit later in the show.
Okay.
So he'll be showing up. So Mr. Myers, how was your evening last night?
I mean, listen, I took out some aggression because Sunday was a really bad day.
Yeah.
So I took out some aggression and I'm feeling okay. Yeah, I'm feeling okay.
Did
Today
you, when you were scaring the kids, did you have your mask tucked in your shirt so it didn't look so off?
It was dark. They couldn't tell. They just had to worry about this shit right here. Don't worry
Perfect.
about it.
Perfect. Yeah. Nothing.
No.
You're living life the right way when you can scare a 12-year-old or a 10 or 12-year-old with a knife on the street. You know what I mean? The
Oh yeah.
streets
Listen.
of Wallingford, Connecticut.
No, I'm from Haddonfield, Illinois, motherfucker.
I'm
a real Bear fan. I'm from Illinois, unlike you.
Where's our hula girl? She's back in town. Should we bring her out and ask her how her vacay went? What's up, Cherie?
What's up, y'all? Hey, Mike, how you doing?
What's up, Cherie? I'm doing all right. I'm just gonna stay in character here for a little
Fresh
bit.
off some kills last night?
What's that?
I say you fresh off some kills last night?
Oh yeah, I got some fresh kills, and it was oh, there he is,
fresh from the HR meeting.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there he is.
Mr.
Oh, my mouse is dead, I guess. I gotta charge my mouse.
Do you want, well, we've heard it called different things, but charging your mouse is one of them. We shared with everybody, Phil, that there was an HR violation, so you had to take care of that, because same way they do in Hallis Hall.
Oh yeah. Did you happen to hear Ryan Pohl's answer to this?
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I mean, Eberflus was...
I didn't get to watch Eberflus's presser.
Oh. Yeah, I thought Ryan Pohl's was much better than Matt Eberflus, that's for sure. Matt Eberflus was, calling the culture outstanding. And they're like, how can your culture be outstanding when you've had 2 coaches that you hired from your staff removed for, HR violations the past 6 weeks? And he goes, well, that shows how strong our culture is, because if they have a violation, they're not going to be here. So if we kept them around, guys. I thought he was extremely fidgety, and everything is good in Hallis Hall, because according to Matt Eberflus, we're 2-2 in our last 4, and the future looks great.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was embarrassingly bad. I
thought Pohl's was awful too.
Yeah, I didn't get upset with his. He always comes across very scripted and nervous.
I think I got a clip of it. My mouse. I gotta charge my mouse.
Yeah, but
it was just, maybe I could play it on my phone. Just the audio.
Well, what's the timestamp? We could load it up if you want to do that.
Hold on, because it doesn't give me a timestamp.
And there was silence.
The staff issues. Why are you confident still that Matt is the right coach?
Yeah, and I get the question. What I see on every day, where I see him address the team and I see his approach through adversity.
Okay, let's stop there.
Oh yeah, that part I don't take.
This is shit.
I don't take anything that he's saying about the head coach and even consider it.
I felt like he got defensive and bullshitted his way. Like, get another GM. I'm serious.
Oh, I said this morning when it came out with the Walker news, I went right to Twitter and I said Kevin Warren needs to launch everybody below him into the sun. It's just
we can watch the pressers with these guys. I mean, it is horrific.
Yeah, I just take whatever the GM says until he's gone. He's not going to publicly, vilify him.
I watch him with. You don't watch the game film. You just watch how he talks to the team. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all watched. I just think it's never been their style to air it publicly. And I mean, I don't think that there's anything wrong with saying, hey, Eberflus hasn't been good enough. I haven't been good enough.
Why is it always a problem to be transparent for the Bears?
The same issue over and over and over again. They went out and made the Montez Sweat trade, and everybody started losing their minds, saying that Usaid Kasul sent out a tweet saying that Ryan Poles just didn't think far ahead. He didn't think ahead far enough when he made the trade, and didn't even think about signing him to a contract extension, which is ridiculous. And I mean, just don't don't hit send on that tweet. That's how dumb that is. Listen, they've never commented publicly on contract negotiations, but what did Ryan Poles do today? Yeah, we're working on a contract extension right now with Tez and his, and his agents. So it's going to get wrapped up, and people are saying, "Oh, you could have signed him for free in free agency. No draft pick compensation." Montez Sweat was getting traded and never hitting free agency anyway. Mike Lombardi and all of those fools that are trying to put that narrative out there. It's just not true. And put this part to rest too. Cap said this morning that Chase Young failed 4 physicals from 4 separate teams. One of them was the Chicago Bears. Failed the physical. And then you wonder why he went for the low compensation package that he did, because he's a 9-game rental for the San Francisco 49ers. 100%. But I know we're gonna get into all of this. We got our patrons here, but Cherie was just about to share with us her exploits in Hawaii, where she was going out every single night and living it up.
Yes, hanging out with my grandmother. Contrary to what Shane has put out there, I was on vacation with my nana and my uncle. So Hawaii is beautiful. A piece of advice: don't travel with family that's gonna cause drama. Nana was fine.
Should have told me that in July.
I mean, I should have listened to your warnings from July. But no, Hawaii was beautiful. We did helicopter rides. We saw Pearl Harbor. We did a luau, of course. So yeah, Hawaii is awesome. A week was not long enough. I definitely want to go back and, spend at least a month there. So if I escape, y'all gonna lose me for about a month in Hawaii.
There you go. Hawaii for a month. I'd sign up for that. Absolutely.
I would too.
All right, Shane. It's
Never
the date.
been to Hawaii.
There you go. Cherie and I are going to Hawaii.
Shane single again, I guess.
Yeah. So they say. Man, I tell you.
Oh man. Good for you, Cherie. Glad you enjoyed yourself and your family out there. There's nothing more I could say about that as we spend our lives in the doldrums of the Chicago Bears tonight. We got a bunch of patrons to go over and talk Chicago Bears with tonight. And you, the fan, is going to come on the show and talk with us about what's going on with Chicago. I didn't get to see Eberflus's presser today.
Yeah, it was.
But I did feel completely shredded by Ryan Poles' comments on the coach and the situation. I see through the speech.
Oh, if you didn't like Ryan Poles, and I didn't, I thought his didn't irritate me. If you didn't like Ryan Poles, you wait till you see Matt Eberflus. It is bad, just flat bad. And credit to the Bears media, or not the Bears media, but because they were pretty
Bears beat writers.
Yeah, the beat writers. They were relentless. Instead of a day where the talk should have been centered around Montez Sweat and his acquisition and what it could mean, where you can praise this guy coming to Chicago and give him some love as he makes the move from DC to Hallis Hall. And you have to do it. They did their job, and they were relentless with it. They did not let him off the hook, and he was stammering, and he was very fidgety, and I'm not going to comment on that. And then Potash went after him, Leisure went after him, Courtney Cronin a couple of different times really went at him. So have to give them a lot of love for that. And then what kind of surprised me too was them bringing Jalen Johnson out today to talk, and it was good. I got to give it to Jalen. He's very honest, and he said he still wants to be in Chicago long term. And they asked him flat out. They said, "How do you feel about the trade Montez Sweat. And he goes, well, for the trade? He goes, yeah, the trade is the trade. That's fine. And then Courtney goes, well, what if along with that trade comes a long-term contract extension for him? And he just got here and he gets it before you. And he goes, yeah, that'll bother me. I'm not going to lie. So he was open and honest. So I respect that. And he said that he's not trying to reset the financial market at corner, but he said he did say he feels like he's the best cornerback in the NFL, which NFL players, most of them are going to have that attitude. That's why they're the alphas, and they make it to the league because they have that attitude and that mindset, which is great for that position. But in no way in hell is Jalen Johnson the top corner in the NFL. And it's just, that just is what it is. He's a very good corner. He's not an elite corner. And obviously it's all going to come down to money. But Ryan Poles doubled down and said that he doesn't want to lose him. And that's why the compensation that he was requiring, which was a late first round pick or
I heard
very
that.
early second round pick, because he said, with that pick, what would I have to do? I would have to go back out and get another Jalen Johnson, is what he said.
Yeah, I heard that part. So he's valuing Jalen at a late first, early second. He was drafted in the second. I think he's worth a second round pick. Yeah. I don't see elite corner on tape. I see good corner.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's zero wrong with that.
Yeah, you can win with that. You just can't pay him as an elite corner. Trayvon.
The problem, honestly, I have is the GM watching it. And again, I haven't seen the flus. Like you say, I'm going to be more mad.
Yeah, no, it's
GM covering over the worst head coach in the history of the Chicago Bears right now, record-wise, and what they're doing to try to sell you on how he commands the locker room and talks to the men. We need to watch it. We have to watch this. And I don't give a shit. Oh, they have to say it. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Oh, no, they don't.
Bed at the middle of the night and fire fucking everybody.
They don't have to say it, but that's been who they
They're
are.
They're hiring the fucking wrong people.
No,
Poles is another guy. You're a kiss ass. He's a wussy, we'll say.
Yeah, he's very, like I told you before, he almost thinks every single word that comes out of his mouth. He thinks about it. And that's where Ian Cunningham is just he's more laid back. He's got a very calm.
You're never gonna win. Never gonna win if you're
very
calculated.
I agree.
Guess what? You're too soft to hire a real quality coach. What we're dealing with here is a sham. It is. And the GM is part of the problem. That's what I saw today. Irregardless, I like the trade for Sweat. I do. But listening to it just made my skin curl. And I'm like, oh my God, we're dealing with this kind of soft bullshit. Like, this is the NFL. This is not high school football and the athletic director has to come out and defend the coach or whatever level. This is the NFL. This is completely broken. This is a broken, shitty organization. They gave those words to Chris Collinsworth to say on that broadcast about Justin Fields. They're divisive and manipulative and completely out of control, in my opinion.
I don't know if I'm buying that. Chris Collinsworth has always been a moron that way.
They have to watch Justin's got to watch. That shit comes from them.
Yeah.
You don't mean he's quoting them. They want him to watch. Listen to him.
Yeah. I'm not buying into that. I don't think that they made a concerted effort to go out there and say, hey, we got to get our point across with Chris
You think this
Collinsworth.
team is playing hard for Flus?
I don't think they gave up on Tressman, and you could see that the locker room was completely
This is
out of
week
control.
what?
Yeah,
This
but I
is
mean, you
week
could
what?
see it. You could see it early on with
They
Tressman.
didn't
I
give
don't.
up on Tressman until like they got blown out.
Oh, but
Then they came back and got blown out again.
There was cracks in. I mean, look at Jesus Christ in training camp with Martellus Bennett and the way that whole thing was handled with Kyle Fuller. That was training camp. So the fractures were there. When I watch the Bears, and this is what I've seen people say, I don't see. And this isn't me defending Matt Eberflus. I want Matt Eberflus gone as the head coach. I don't look at them and say that they've given up on Eberflus and they don't want to play for him. I don't see that. I just think their daily structure and the environment that Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poles and everybody at Hallis Hall has created is non-sustainable and it does not work. I don't look at the Bears on TV and say
I want to say this.
Yeah.
Two things. Watching tape and watching the Bears. In the NFL, it's very difficult to know when someone's quit on anybody. When you have a transition to a young quarterback that's going out there, and we all know that Tyson Bagent, I don't see paid players quit or tune out on game day. What I do see is lack of fundamentals, understanding assignments, all of this stuff that goes together on a football field. Like, I'm coaching 3rd and 4th graders, right? There's mistakes all the time. No matter how many times you do it, there's going to be mistakes, and you have to improve on it. But you can't just sweep it under the rug and think it's going to fix itself. This guy is the NFL. These guys have played their whole lives. And to see it continuously happen, it's a problem. And the culture, just like I said with Matt Nagy, isn't it. It's not it. It's not being heard because it's not followed through on Sundays. I'm old enough to remember people pointing fingers at Sean Payton. Yeah, look at them, 70 to whatever the fuck it was, right? This is a guy that reined them in and started going back to the basics, holding players and coaches accountable. This guy is firing fucking coaches. There's all this bullshit minutia. There's finger pointing. Justin Fields was calling out the coaches earlier, and I will tell you firsthand, I know. I mean, I don't know because I wasn't in there, but I know Collinsworth's words are coming from Getsy or Eberflus. It ain't. I'm sorry. I'm listening to that broadcast, and that's a pre-meeting with the media. They sit down. Troy Aikman and Buck come to town. They sit down with them. Hey, what's your thoughts on that? They purposely said, I could just tell how they're dealing with it. It's just not right. It really isn't. And they could say whatever the fuck they want. They're a fucking utterless ship.
So then why would they ever go back to Justin Fields at any point?
Who knows what the fuck they're gonna. Why would they go back to Velus Jones? It's gonna happen again.
Well, I mean, I think it's.
Let's go back.
I think it's way different when you're talking the quarterback and a guy that's getting 3 plays.
They're going because he's getting 100, whatever. He's their first round picks. They have to go back to him, right? Well, do they believe in Justin Fields after that? I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm done with this GM and this coach. I'm serious.
I have no problem.
Like, I can't even stand the sight of Matt Eberflus.
Yeah, I have no problem if they launch everybody. I've been on record with that. I just have a feeling. I have a feeling that Ryan Poles is going to be here.
If they do this shit of fucking keeping Eberflus, letting go of Justin Fields or whatever in the offseason and trading him to Atlanta, and they fucking think that Eberflus and Getsy are we're gonna draft the next quarterback, Caleb, May, fucking JJ, whoever. They are completely lost. You can't win with this coach. I'm telling you now, he's terrible.
I don't think anybody's defending
Or this offensive coordinator.
any other. Everybody is saying that. Everybody wants I don't know one person other than Kerry Franklin put it out there that he thinks they need more time, which I don't know. I don't agree with that at all.
The
But
GM just is completely both. The coach and the GM are fucking lying. That's the problem I have. Like, what kind of you can't lie. You have to own it. You have to go up to the podium, say it hasn't been good enough. Where's your criteria? Where is your standard of practice? What is it? And
I agree, Phil. It's just I know
the GM.
I agree. That's the way that I would handle my business.
He's not ready to be a GM. Get his fat ass the fuck out.
You can put people
ridiculous.
On notice and not be disrespectful about it. I mean, that's part of being in power. That's part of being a boss. That happens in everyday life. I mean, you do it as a parent every day. You don't want to embarrass your kids, but you can still reprimand them if you're out in the public. You don't want to publicly humiliate them. But there's a way to handle everything. If I am looking forward, what I think is going to happen, I shouldn't say that I think, because anything can happen in Chicago. They've been so inept. I think Kevin Warren is going to keep Ryan Poles, and then everybody else is going to be gone.
Notes. I would love to know what Kevin Warren's writing in his notes, because this tape is putrid. The understanding of what it is that's going on with these coaches that are fired, HR departments are involved, right? All of this stuff is going down on your watch, your dime, and there's no answers. It's all shuffled under the rug. George is just a fan. He's not an evaluator, so everything's going to go on them. And then we got this GM lying to us too. Like, enough with the bullshit. Enough with it. It's like embarrassing. It's embarrassingly bad. Let me play this clip of polls, and you tell me, fans, if you are as mad, it irks you as much as it does me. I was driving to practice watching this, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I could do it. Now there's a commercial in the beginning of it because it just pops up now, so I apologize, but it's the only clip I got because Claudio is becoming the new Jackal. Ain't doing shit. Picking flea market stuff there. Look at him. He's picking his nose.
Fuck you.
What happened to Mike?
Mike the Rook.
What happened to
Mike?
Mike?
I just got on late, bro. What are you talking about, Mike?
Oh, okay.
What the fuck you talking about?
Mike Anatui?
Yeah.
We got to get him on. We got to get Mike Anatui on.
I think you have to look at it from this mindset, though, too, Phil. I mean, if you're going to play the clip.
Here's the clip.
But just real quick, let me.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to lead into it with this. If there was any doubt about Ryan Poles, if you're Kevin Warren, and there's any doubt about Ryan Poles, and he says, "Hey, I want to trade our second rounder in 2024 for Montez Sweat," what do you think Kevin Warren's going to say to him? If he's got
doubt, right?
If he's got doubt
no,
about.
I see what you're saying. I totally agree with that, but this is after he's made the trade, so this is where I want to put.
No, but Kevin, this trade is not made without Kevin Warren's blessing.
I agree with you.
100.
Yes.
No fucking way. Yeah, this is talked
Let's
about.
watch the clip. Yeah. Maybe it's just me. You let me know. Let's see how you feel about Ryan Poles talking about Matt Eberflus. You'll see how it's
when you set yourself as a way and answer the call of
any side.
Ryan, between the losses and the staff issues, why are you confident still that Matt is the right coach for this team?
Yeah, and I get the question, what I see on every day where I see him address the team and I see his approach through adversity, it is stable, man. And I know in the outside world it doesn't look like that, and I know it looks like we're far away, but this dude comes in every day and just keeps chipping away. He has high integrity. The people that he brings in here, he's done the work to make sure that they're the people they're supposed to be. Again, we hold that standard. If it doesn't follow that and people aren't acting that way, they're not here. But the way that he holds everything down here is incredible for how loud it is, how tough it is. I mean, this team, you could watch them, they fight. I know this past weekend wasn't great, but you can't watch that team and be like, oh, they're going to fold. Most teams fold, and they're not folding. It's been hard. It's been really hard, especially from where we started last year, trying to build this and do it the right way. What I see from him on a daily basis and how he gets his team ready on a weekly basis, to me, I see a grown man that has leadership skills to get this thing out of the hole and into where it needs to be.
Right. You said before the season that this team.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
He's a
Luke's
grown
his
man.
guy. He brought him in, so obviously he's going to defend him.
Skipping
what I
over
take-
the two HR removals and who they brought in too. Like, what?
Well, they're specifically asking him about that, but the way that I look at it is,
Yeah, go ahead.
you can be a leader of men. You can chip away every day. You can get up early and be the first one there, and you can still be shitty at your job.
Yeah.
Exactly what I said.
I mean, so what they do on the field matters way
me,
more
it's
than what he says.
It's word salad. To me, what comes into my head is I'm not going to publicly vilify Matt Eberflus because he's gone.
Yeah, because
When
even
the
with the
season
way
ends.
he
paused, dude.
Yeah, he was trying to find the right word to say.
That's a question.
Yeah.
But why can't listen? This is
No,
how I would
Phil, I
answer
get it, but that's not.
But I think he was being honest, though. I don't think he was being
everybody's honest at
different.
all.
I mean,
That's
there's
the thing.
Each different podcast. You and I can have somebody on, and we will ask a question that CHGO is not going to ask. It's just because that's what we've done. Everybody does. It doesn't make them right, wrong, or indifferent. We don't agree with it. But to me, listening to Ryan Poles there stammering and looking for a very specific word says to me, buddy, I know you're gone. I just don't want to, throw a bag of shit on your socks as you're walking out of my house. That's what it seems like to me.
Well, I think because we've seen this same kind of answer from Ryan Pace, that same kind of defense mechanism. The problem in the organization is honesty. I'm serious. That's the number one problem. And if you can't stand at the podium and say, he's chipping away at it, it's been difficult, but it ain't good enough. What we've done isn't good enough. Well, even his point, well, not this weekend, not 2 weeks ago either. But
he can say that it's not good enough, or he can not say that it's not good enough. And they're 2-6, and they're heading to New Orleans. So the proof is there that it's not good enough. Like I said, it's just they're going to handle it. I don't agree with the way that they handle it. I think you can be powerful with your words and also not be an asshole about it. I think you can do that. I think that's part of being a CEO in a position of power, especially with an NFL team. Listen, Phil, you've been in locker rooms. I've been in locker rooms. There's some crazy shit that is said back and forth amongst teammates, amongst coaches, from coaches to players, all of that. And you're going to war with these guys every single day. Sometimes things get said and then they don't forget about it, but they go on to the next day because that person's not going anywhere. To me, like I said, my overriding arch of what I took away from that is that Matt Eberflus is gone, and they're just going to do it probably week 13, week 14, week 15 in there at the earliest, if they don't wait until the end of the season.
people make a great point here in my town, in my, my neck of the woods in Connecticut. If the Raiders can fire a coach with a 6-year, $60 million deal, the Bears are an utterless ship. Why can't they? And when the answer becomes universal chorus, whoever, throw any beat reporter, throw any fan from Chicago to wherever. Well, the Bears don't do that. Well, that's the problem.
It is.
That's the fucking problem. The Bears don't do what the Bears have sucked for years. They've hired the wrong people and they ride with them way too long. Like you can't be the guy that's afraid to get your food spit in. You send the fucking steak back if it's undercooked. If it's a piece of shit meal, send the fucking steak or the burger, whatever it is, back. And then walk out of the restaurant. That's the Bears got to stop sitting there twiddling their fucking fingers watching this kind of shit when it comes to the most important thing, the coach, the culture. You could say all those things, just like you said, and be nice about it or whatever. Being nice about this shit has an FBI investigation.
You don't have to be nice about it, Phil. That's not what I said.
No, not what you're saying.
You can be powerful with your word. They're not. They err on the side of a pillow fight. You want them to bring out the machetes and chop everybody down.
I don't want them to chop them down. I wanted to tell the truth. It's unacceptable that we've lost a defensive coordinator, that we can't comment on what he did, the fucking FBI and all this shit. We can't comment on that. That happened under this coach's watch. Now another coach has been fired by HR. God knows what he did as well. And you're trying to play that game on the street with the fucking 3 cups with one ball. This is how you play the fans. It's like, we got the Bears, we got the Bears, we got the Bears. Which ball is it on? You're all going to buy. You're all going to keep coming. And we're going to keep fucking losing because we're going to keep playing this game. Fuck that. Fans need to step up and say, I'm done. Done with Ryan Poles' bullshit. Just be truthful. This is unacceptable. We have to be better. Matt knows that. I'm never going to question Matt. He's a great leader. I chose him, but this is unacceptable. And that's not throwing. Everybody and their brother fucking knows it.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Just have
agree.
A little truth.
Yeah,
instead of this.
I agree with you. I'm also not gonna hold the Las Vegas Raiders up as a gold standard because they fire everybody all the time.
There was an FBI, Ryan Cox. Trust me. It went to his house. It wasn't at Hallis Hall. So thus they can clever their words. But it was verified to me that the FBI did go to the defensive coordinator's house. The FBI. Yeah. And it was verified by Pat McAfee on his show, said it on ESPN as well. You can go check that too, that the FBI did go to the defensive coordinator's house and handle. They've swept it under the rug because the Chicago Bears do that shit. And they've done it before.
Yeah.
I'm just
if there's charges that come out, I mean, it's going to come out.
It will end up coming out. It'll end up coming out.
Yeah.
But let's
anyway. I'm just
bringing out some of our peeps here
because waiting patiently.
We're talking.
Sorry, guys.
I think I've seen Richard Gordon
through
about 37 cigarettes while he's been waiting down there to talk to us.
People smoke cigarettes still. Who we bringing them out? Jay-Z first. Bring them out.
I think we're probably going to have to pop Cherie and Claudio off.
Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah. Bye.
Claudio, love you. Goodbye.
Peace.
There he is. All right. Gonna bring it out tonight. Oh, there's Richard Gordon.
What's up, guys?
First time I'm meeting you in person, bro.
It's good to see you.
You nervous?
No, not at all. Just tired.
tired. Those fucking cigs you're smoking.
Jeepers creepers.
We'll bring out a couple more here.
We got Richard Gordon. We got the HR department.
Tampa Taylor.
I should have done that.
What's up, fellas? Had to bring it back out.
What's up, bro?
What's up, guys?
How you doing tonight?
Good, good. How you guys doing, man?
We're doing.
Is Shane and I in any trouble with the HR department? We're good?
Phil, did you forget about our meeting from earlier?
My union representation.
We weren't supposed to talk.
Luxuries, Mom.
All right, let's bring out the next Sean Stewart. What's
There
up?
he is, my boy Sean.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
I like the backdrop.
Buying
there.
all those jerseys, my man, back there. You got
Peyton.
Who's the one all the way on the left? I'm looking at.
That's Mongo.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see it. It was folded over there a little bit.
Who's
Nice.
the other one off of him?
Dicka. 89. You heard of him? No, it's a Ryan Wet Night jersey.
Wait.
Yeah, there you go.
89.
I can't see Dicka there at all. Jesus, my eyes suck.
Speaking of wet nights,
Ryan Wet Night.
bring out. Oh, there.
Leroy.
You're on mute. You're
He's
on mute.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hear you now.
Yeah.
There he is.
You know, it's Avon. What's up?
What's
What's up, Leroy? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
He's
Your
freezing his
smile
ass off.
lightens
he
up
said.
the room. I know.
Uh-huh.
At first, I thought he was wearing a fur jacket.
That's what I said. I got in there and I'm like, bro, you're all bundled up. And he's like, it's fucking cold, man.
It was cold out on the practice field tonight, boy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
All right. Hector doesn't have his video on, so
We
I'm
can
gonna
stay with these guys
There
for
he is.
now.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna remove the guy that I just brought up. So we're gonna
Stay
with
with
these guys for right now and
Four
Yeah.
at a time.
start with you, Richard, because you were the first one out the gate. Just your overall feel on what's the temperature at Hallis Hall and where you think this should all be headed.
I think it should be burning hot right about now. Unfortunately, I don't think it is. That's just not the way the Bears are. They've never been that way, but everybody needs to go. I'm done with it.
You talking coaching staff, front office?
Oh, the whole 9 yards.
Everybody.
I mean, up until today, I was like, give Poles some more time, make everybody else go. But today told me that the only way the rest go is if Poles goes.
Right.
You're looking for that clean house sweep.
Exactly.
So what's gonna be your reaction if after week 18 Kevin Warren swings the hammer and who's left behind is Ryan Poles and Ian Cunningham still at Hallis Hall, and everybody below them, the coaching staff is gone?
I mean, I'll be somewhat happy, but I'm still worried about next year. You know, what are we going to do with the quarterback situation? Who's going to be making that call? If it's Poles, he's already shown that he's not hitting in his draft picks for the most part. I mean, he's had some good ones, so I'll give him that. But
yeah, I mean, I think everybody wants instant superstar. I totally understand it, but at the end of the day, I think that we all have to realize, and listen, if they fire Ryan Poles, I'm not going to be losing any sleep over it. But I think, this is a guy, he's had one first-round draft pick. One. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's had a bunch.
Let's look at the move. Like, grade a move. Like, the re-signing of Cole Kmet is a fucking problem for me.
That's huge.
I know we fought about it, Shane, but you're with me now, right?
I'm not a guy. I don't think he's. I think you have him at like CFL level, Phil.
No, I have him as
or whatever, and I think he is who he is, and I think it falls in line to how he's paid.
I don't see him paid. He's
as
paid as a starter.
Yeah,
a quality starter, and
if
he's
you don't pay him, you're going to lose him.
What's that?
If you don't pay him, you're going to lose him.
Right. That's what I don't think. I think he should have played this season, and he would have probably been a free agent.
I'm not a huge fan of his. I hate when I see him run because it looks like he's got cement feet to me. He just seems slow to me once he gets the ball. It's like
he does nothing like good.
He doesn't prevent you from upgrading because I mean we went into the season where and I was a fan of the Tanyan signing, but
he
I
looks
think
faster too than Komet to me sometimes.
but I mean
without a doubt, but there's not production there
yeah,
either.
well, yeah, they're not using him very often. But Cole Kmet just is who he is, and I'm not defending him. It's just I think the people that don't like, and I'm not saying you, Phil, because I know you're smarter than this, but I think that there's a lot of fans out there that say, "Oh, he's not Travis Kelce, so he sucks," and that's never been.
I'm
who
just
Cole
looking
Kmet
at him.
is.
I'm looking at him on game day, moving the chains. Now, this past weekend, he had one play, he kind of like fell into contact. He kept his balance and then created, and that was the most physical I've seen him all season long,
I
right?
remember that.
So, but that's one play. And then the very next play, he's fallen to the ground. So these kind of things, like, I just want to see Mark Andrews level aggression from this guy and keep your feet, make a play. But that's his big re-sign. That's his one re-signing. What he's done, he went out and Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? Failed the physical, passed on that. Obviously, the guys played with the Steelers, and he avoided that. So that was his first move. His other move was Muhammad, right? From Indy.
But there's a big but there.
He made a good decision there.
He made 100% the proper decision because the money that he's playing for in Pittsburgh is nowhere near the money that the Bears were giving him day one out the door in free agency.
Here's where I gotta ask everybody the question. On your point, he was offering him a huge deal, right? So he was, and
I would have to look at the structure. It was sizable, yes.
Yeah, it was like this is a starting quality. It was definitely like 40 million or something like that, right?
They came out the gate and they said we need our interior piece in this. They clearly said that he was the guy.
That was going to be Pole's first signing.
Right. That was his first signing. To his credit, he went with the doctors. He didn't just say, no, fuck it. We're playing him. He's played in Pittsburgh. I don't know what his numbers are. I haven't followed that, but that was his first. Then he signs Muhammad. We all know sucked. And that we could say was part of Eberflus.
Right. Yeah. And again,
the center situation.
Well, the center thing is you cannot come back from because it's been an issue for 2 straight years.
Three straight years, even before we had the center issue.
Oh no! But I'm just saying under this
he came into
staff, and Lucas Patrick has never been healthy. He was a journeyman before he got here. You know, you could not before he got here. Yeah,
against the Rams.
He just wasn't. He wasn't a guy. He's very, very replaceable. But for them not to, even to this point now, for them not to be looking in to try to bring in somebody to try and help it out, and still you don't know who Doug Kramer is. You're 2-6. Doug Kramer is finally back healthy, and you don't know who he is.
Has he even played yet?
Kramer, no.
I didn't think so.
No, he hasn't played. Then you have what else?
But real quick,
obviously Roquan he traded. We all agree with that. The Claypool stuff reeks of shit now.
But
I was not afraid of it. I thought it was a smart
I didn't
move
love
at the
it.
time.
I didn't love it.
Love it.
Understood the attempt to try to get another guy for Justin because he was coming off of the big game in New England. Everybody's like, oh, here we go. They made the move. I didn't love the move. I said if it was me, I wouldn't have made the move. But I think what's more important is they didn't stay with it.
Right.
Because you have to have the ability when you see that something is that wrong, to not just make it worse and say, all right, we're going to keep on putting Chase Claypool out there when it's obviously a big issue. But Sean, you're being kind of quiet over there. What's your overall thoughts? What are your biggest worries or concerns?
Well, when we first hired this coaching staff, my biggest concern was none of these guys have really done their roles before. And it's like the first time play caller, first time head coach. I mean, Alan Williams, DC coordinated years ago, but wasn't very good. So I just think that they never had really good coaching here, and everything had to work out perfectly for it to work out. I'm not done to get rid of Poles yet, but I'm not upset with getting rid of him. I think it depends on the end of the year and what happens. Like, his actions will speak louder to me than words. I think he's done a decent job at building the roster. He's been better than any GM I've seen in my time watching the Bears, as far as building the roster the right way, going through the draft and not overspending in free agency like all our other previous GMs have. So I'm waiting to see if he actually pulls the trigger and gets rid of Flus and it's his call. I can respect that. But if he tries to stick with him, then I'm definitely out with it. I'd rather just they all go at that point. But it also depends on who comes in. Like, you've been talking about Jim Harbaugh coming in. If he wants a different GM, that's fine. I'm not going to cry if he leaves, but I think Poles has done a pretty decent job building the roster here, and I like what he's done. I like his approach, but again, like, I don't know what a really good GM looks like. I haven't seen one.
Well, let me push back on you on this, because my mic drop after we got through all of the personnel that Poles is, I chose him, and that right there, as I've always said, and Leroy, you can attest to this, I've always said the head coach is the most important thing. The culture of the Chicago Bears, all of us here, except who was it? Gary Franklin, believes that Eberflus is done, right? Like, is anybody believe that Eberflus could right this ship in the next 9 weeks of football?
Well, I think it was, Kerry Franklin, and I think Keys guy put in there that he's pro Eberflus.
He's pro Eberflus.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
It seems pretty bizarre to me, but the defensive coordinator, under mysterious circumstances, gone, and now our running backs coach gone from my department, but I don't know anything about. Is any of that ever going to come out though? Like, this is concerning because Flus brought all these guys with him, and it sounds like they're a bunch of creeps. So it's like, why is Flus still around based on these two guys?
Well, that's what Shane was saying in his
like,
tweet.
come on,
Like,
man.
at some point, the
Especially with
accountability.
the coaching. I mean, come on. Character.
I agree. Listen.
Yeah,
I give you one strike. Like, you might get a bad egg that lied to you.
Well, that's what Waddle said today. He goes, "Hey, crazy things happen, and we've all been burnt. We've been burnt by
Oh yeah.
women in our lives or whomever,
Jobs.
kids, anything. They do. Sometimes they do really dumb shit when they're not supposed to."
Right.
And
Very
Waddle,
good point.
Waddle was talking about it. He goes, if something happens, whatever, I'll give you, like Phil said, I'll give you a whoopsie and we can move on. But 6 weeks later, when it's another HR violation, and it really sounds like these are separate things. Like, it sounds like
he was warned or
sounds
something.
like Walker was warned, and it sounds like it's a workplace. Essentially, it sounds like he was being a inconsiderate asshole at work.
Or
And they're like,
scumbag something.
And they said this shit, legally they have to give him the warning.
Was this the first guy or the second guy?
Yeah, talking about Walker.
Oh, okay,
Because,
Walker. Got it.
I mean, it sounds Alan Williams. It could be we don't know. We'll just
and there were
we'll
so
leave
many.
that there. Yeah.
There's so many stuff about that. Like, remember, people were saying Peanut Tillman was saying the FBI was at his house.
Yeah,
and
that's
then they
not
weren't.
true.
And,
that was
people were saying that Peanut Tillman was involved in the investigation.
John
at Hallett's
Zagul,
Hall.
who we had on here,
John
put out
Zagul.
that report and was fed some bad information, and that happens, and he has
But
dealt with
amazed
that. I'm sure.
I'm
Go ahead.
amazed that still nothing about Williams has come out. this long.
Well, yeah, that's
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Well, I don't.
surprising in this day and age.
Well, it's all in the legal system now. That
Yeah.
takes forever.
Right. Exactly. And that's a big part of it. But while we're with you, what's your overriding fear or where are you sitting with this? You know, who do you want? Do you want everybody flushed out, or do you want to?
It was. I've kind of given Poles the benefit of the doubt because the amount of roster change he's done in the last 2 years. But after today, like, my patience is wearing thin with Poles, especially like, how do you trade for a guy and not already have a contract in place?
Exactly.
I get it, but that's a huge risk.
No, you listen. How do you know this? I'm baffled that this is even a thing for people. How do you not have it in place? You have to. He just passed his physical like 2 hours ago. You can't legally. You can't even do it. Yeah,
I don't know. When we traded for Khalil Mack a couple of years ago, like wasn't he signed like that day when we traded for him? I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, it was a couple of hours later, right? With a market setting deal.
Right.
But this is the what did Ryan Poles say today in his presser? Working on an extension for Tez right now. And want to get it wrapped up.
You're not trading a second round pick.
I hope it gets done.
Get this guy, and then
so that's our second round pick next year.
Listen,
I hope it gets done.
Yeah, in 2024.
You would end up putting the franchise tag on him if it didn't get to that point.
Yeah,
maybe a debacle.
You can't give away a second round pick.
We went live, and Cars brought up a great point that when the Baltimore Ravens traded a second and a fifth and linebacker AJ Klein for Roquan didn't sign his extension until January.
Right.
And it was right around the same time. So everybody is like Jason LaCanfora, the dumbass Mike Lombardi. All of these guys are out there saying that, he didn't realize. Listen, you're not giving up a second round pick for a 9-game rental. Montez Sweat is going to be a Chicago Bear. And I don't know where. I think we're so beaten down and just automatically expect the worst that everybody's like, oh, fuck it. He's here. He's not signing an extension now.
Last week was the first time, and probably, I can't remember, 5 minutes left. I quit watching because I was just pissed, just pissed off, And
I get it.
I can't stand Flus. I mean, we have a text thread, me and my buddies, and it's the same text every week. Like, all right, 3 screens in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, it ain't working. I mean, I want Harbaugh just like everybody else. And if that means Poles is gone, so be it. But if Poles is around, I won't be that mad because he's had to change over this roster big time.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't expect it to be fixed in a year and a half. But we should be doing a little bit better than we are.
Did you see the Tez press conference?
Yes, and listen, this is
he's
again
saying this.
Where people have. He did say that, but this is where people have. People
That's
have.
why
to
I want you to clarify.
So
I didn't see the press.
Put yourself in his position. You have your people literally at the table as you're speaking about life-altering money,
right?
And you're gonna say, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna sign a deal here. Hell yeah, I want to be." As a businessman,
put it in.
You're gonna play dumb and be like, "Yeah, we'll see what happens." I gotta talk to my wife. I want to talk to my agent. There's a poker game going on, and people just brush that aside. Listen, if I came to you and I said I'm gonna give you $20 million, and you know that you can make 35 by waiting a little bit, what are you gonna do?
Gotta
Are
wait.
you gonna say, fuck it? I'm gonna go with Shane because I'm there. Listen, these guys, Montez Sweat is not here because he loves the Bears.
Oh no, he wanted to go to.
You know what I mean? That's what all of these guys. It's hilarious. Fucking Eric Lambert blocked me on Twitter over this like years ago. We signed a wide receiver from Pittsburgh. Fuck was his name in free agency. And he ended up being horrible. Marcus Wheaton.
And
he goes, Marcus Wheaton came to the Bears because Pittsburgh Steelers are on our schedule this year, and he wants vindication. I'm like, oh, It probably had nothing to do with the $6 million guaranteed, right, Eric?
Right.
And he goes, "You don't know anything about competition." I'm like, holy fuck, you idiot. No, it's about the $6 million. These guys, end of the day, it's very, very rare.
Well,
His preference was to go to Atlanta because he's a Georgia. He's from Georgia. That's his hometown. I get it. And you know what he's going to do when he signs on the dotted line in the extension in Chicago? He's going to talk about the rich history. He's going to talk about Butkus and Sayers and Walter Payton and all of this. And he's going to be a Chicago guy. These guys want to be paid. It's what it comes down to. 99.9% of the time. But Avon, you're in deep thought over there. Are we all idiots? Or are you going against the grain here? What you got, brother?
No. Let me start from the beginning. I just heard the Ryan Pace presser just now.
Polls. Jesus, let's not go back that far.
I know.
So if the perspective is towards Phil, I'm definitely worried. But as the perspective from you, then I'm like, okay, I guess I can get on board. But like I said, I need all the coaches, all of them need to go. But I need a game plan. So I know everybody wants them gone right now, but as they behind the scenes, like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. And they go to the game plan and they execute it, and it's the good route. Then I'll wait and see. But if they have all this plenty of time to do whatever, and then still come out and drop the ball, then it's like, okay, then it's like it's definitely hopeless. But like I said, I need a game plan, and like I said, they need to get it right. So they better be doing a whole lot behind the scenes because we all see it. You all see the game. So they gotta see it too, and they gotta be disgusted like we are. So they gotta be behind the scenes doing mad shit. You feel me? So, like I said, I'll patient. I can wait till off season, and they better like, bye, you gone. Because like at the end of the day, I'm with you saying you can't. In front of the media, you gotta be like, yeah, oh, I love you. Oh yeah, because like at the end of the day, everybody gotta get a second job. I want like if you gotta find that job, I ain't gonna try to keep you back in to see you go want to feed your family on the next one. Hey, you good? Well, yeah, it just didn't work out for us. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you gotta play the politics. But I'm like they tip them out. Like soon that Black Monday come, when I wake up and look at my phone.
And let's be honest. At this point, right now, they know.
They hope.
Kevin Warren and Ryan Poles very likely know. And I mean, you have a little list in your pocket all the time in case things happen. But
here's what I want to say real quick.
Jeremy said that what poker game because I think he's talking about
the money.
Montez, but they don't hold all the chips. And there's a thing called the franchise tag, and the Bears can franchise him for the next 3 years. So this is your play.
What I think, as Anastasi's saying, the Bears hold all the chips, is what he's saying.
Well, all right. I didn't know. I just assumed
that's what
he was talking about. Well, because
that's what I was saying. If you can't
the narrative out there with the quote unquote experts are saying that Montez Sweat and his agents hold all of the chips because the Bears said the Bears gave up a second-round draft pick and they don't want to lose him. So it's a two-way street.
Have the franchise.
The Bears can franchise him, right? Exactly. So
let me say this though, back to what Leroy Avon has said. Here I am. The Bears have done the same thing over and over again. They continue to drive with the transmission broken. We all know it and see it. They continue to do it. Think about being a Raiders fan today, and you see we ain't going to tolerate this shit. And as a fan, you get behind that because you see it's broken to the fucking bone. It's broken. Gotta move on. No, let's go out. He's a leader. He's talking to these guys, and they shut the. It just becomes like you're never gonna get it right because the next shoe salesman's gonna sell you on being a leader. He's great with the guy. That's where it worries. So if you come out, drop the hammer now, Keep Hightower. Let him be the head coach. Get Eberflus the fuck out of there, just like you did with the DC and the running back coach. I just think you got to start doing the opposite of what the Bears under Virginia and George and Ted and the list of people they go. That's the problem too, guys. Every time, got to think Virginia, got to think George, got to think Ted, got to think Kevin, got to think them all. Shut the fuck up, Kevin Warren. That's it.
I wanted to ask today: was anybody jealous of the Raiders? Because I was today.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but
if I woke up and the Bears
it doesn't
were
mean anything.
I know,
either.
I know.
Yeah,
Just,
I mean that's the
we've never done it during a season.
No. I get it.
when we
I
need
get
to,
it,
you know?
and they shouldn't be scared of doing it in season.
Right.
But the Raiders have fired. The Raiders have fired people in season 47 times.
Numerous times.
Yeah, and
how many did they fire in season? They fired
Josh McDaniels is the first coach in NFL history.
Who's got the beeping noise? What is that?
I don't know.
What in Park?
Is it Avon?
It was that other guy.
Yeah, that's out there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's the first coach in NFL history to get fired in year 2 by 2 different teams.
Right.
He's only made it to year 2. Denver and
crazy.
In Vegas.
That guy's just an offensive coordinator. That's what he is.
Yeah, just like Eberflus is he'll be a defensive coordinator, and that's not a listen. You can have a hell of a life doing that, and it is what it is. He's just not he can be hardworking and diligent and chipping away, like Ryan Poles said. Doesn't mean that you're a head coach. It doesn't mean you're the right guy for the job.
Sad state here.
We're gonna come back to you guys. I'm just gonna pop some guys off.
Switch it out. We're actually gonna transition, make some subs.
Yeah.
6 plays, Shane.
Yeah. So we're gonna pop some guys off here. We'll keep Avon up here with us.
Avon gets to stay.
Do you want me to call you? You got Leroy. Should I say Leroy? Because you know what?
Yes, he's at work.
No, you do it either way.
Oh, my bad.
I have my reasons for that, but it's okay.
He's not Avon's not his real name. He's an Avon salesman on the side. I've heard stories about Leroy. Yeah, he sells creams and perfume and bath bombs. He's a big bath bombs guy. Absolutely.
Now we got Isaac S.
What's up, guys?
Hector Koki 2415. Now we get to see the face.
Yep.
I know that AVI in the chat. And Muhammad, who's always here, he's ready.
You're on the
JSN
air, baby.
score.
You're on. You did it. You made it.
Game winner.
What's up, guys? How you feeling?
Isaac, what's up?
Everyone.
What's your overall thoughts? And send your wife my best in case she heard what I said earlier before the show started. But go ahead.
Right. Yeah, I will. Yeah, she's gonna love that. So I think that Ryan Poles does like 70% of the right thing to do, but he does it in the most out of control, crazy, kind of stumble through it way of doing it. So it's kind of makes us sit here like, all right, we like what you're doing here. This move is good. This move is good. You know, this player's fine. But like how he gets to that point is like totally out of control. That's kind of how I see this Ryan Poles thing. It makes me really confused on whether I like him or I hate him.
Are you on board with the Montez Sweat, or would you rather them
No, of course.
Oh, okay.
Of course, love the moves, but it just kind of the like you guys talk about, just some of the language he uses or leaves it be. You know, he feels like he has a lot of media availability comparatively to how Pace was, but he doesn't say a whole lot more than said the last time. He just kind of repeats the same talking points because he keeps getting himself into the same situation. That's the way it seems to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Hector, what about you, my man?
I didn't see the interview today, so I can't say much about that. But the way everybody's responding to it, it looks or sounds bad.
Yeah.
But out of my opinion here, from the beginning of the season, even before when this whole regime came in there, I was kind of wait and see. And then once certain moves that Poles did, I'm happy with. But there's some other ones I'm kind of like, okay, give it a chance. But then again, I can't see is a complete, I would say, a complete done project because you got a coach in there that I have not seen this whole season here have any of the players' development improve whatsoever, either on the offensive side or his specialty, the defensive side. And I'm sitting here watching TV and I'm watching a game, like how Phil's responding there. I'm flipping my crap off. And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? So, and the assignments I see on the offensive line. So it's like, I feel bad for Fields. He's in a no man's land right there, man. He's just lost. You know, and again, now the trade, I'm pretty happy with it. But I'm still in a way, I'm going right back to now. The coach, is he going to put him in the right situation or not? Again, I hope he does.
Put him at 3 technique this weekend.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we need that 3 technique in there.
Oh,
Well, now you
at 3 technique.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with.
Will they even play him?
Yeah. Well, you mean will they play Sweat?
Yeah.
He said that he wants
I was
him.
gonna
But
say.
I was talking about DeMarcus Walker. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
but-
very interested to see where his
I don't know
reps
where
are.
the echo comes from. Check. Still
I don't
going
think it's
on.
mine.
It's not Hector. See if
Is it
it's
me?
Isaac. Hold on. Check.
Is it me?
1. It's Isaac. Check.
It's Isaac. Yep.
I don't know why.
Can you hear me?
Isaac's.
Yeah, we got you, Mo.
We can hear you now.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, Sprint. They still have Sprint.
So yeah, just while we're talking to not you, we're just gonna keep you on mute for right now. Until we come back to you.
For some reason, it echoes with Isaac.
So Mo, I know you're.
It's echoing again.
Yeah, it is. So maybe it wasn't just Isaac.
Maybe it is Mo. Check. Check.
Oh, that's better.
It's
It is
echoing
better.
again.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can hear the echo.
Yeah. But Muhammad, where are you at? I mean, JSN, you still taking him over the kid in Baltimore?
Listen, fuck JSN. There's bigger things to worry about. All right.
You crazy, Phil. Say Flowers ain't JSN. I'll kill you.
Listen, we got bigger issues. So I woke up a
no
couple days
doubt.
ago and I was pissed off, like when I saw that Jalen Johnson shit. And then I went on, I don't know if you guys listen to Cap.
Yeah.
I went on
Mhm.
Cap and went
Yep.
on a freaking rant. Like, I was so pissed. I swear to God. I believe Ryan Poles has his plan, and it doesn't matter. He has his plan. He wants his own players. Like Shane said a couple weeks ago, Josh Lucas, like he didn't put everything into Justin Fields. Like, if he wanted to see. What did you say last time that Josh Lucas said, Shane?
He just
about
said
the
that
roster?
he said that they definitely gave, him more pieces, obviously with DJ Moore and making moves and Darnell Wright and stuff like that. But did they go above and beyond and take every asset available and say, hey, this is our guy. We're going to surround him with everything at our disposal. And Josh Lucas said, no, there's a whole bunch of gray there. There's a big gray area. And he goes, and why is that? Because they did not draft him and they may not be. This isn't me saying this. Maybe Ryan Poles, maybe Ian Cunningham, maybe the front office, maybe some of the coaches aren't sold on Justin Fields as being the guy moving forward. That's
I remember
Josh Lucas's words.
Well, they did keep the 5th round pick left tackle out there. They could have went out and signed our guy Shane, who seems to be playing pretty damn well at tackle for Baltimore. So these are the moves. Go ahead. You believe
All right,
what?
so okay, I believe everything that Phil says about, especially the Collins Rush shit. I believe that is true. Like they're the ones putting that out. I truly do believe that.
I believe it too. I know these Collinsworth ain't saying that shit. If maybe that running back coach was involved in saying it, or I don't know. But the reality is Collinsworth is saying that from Sketsy and company because he can learn from this kid. What the? I couldn't believe it when I heard it on the broadcast, and the quick decision making and this is what they want to run. This is how they want to run it. And Justin isn't their guy. And it just showcased to me the clear, completely out of touch that this coaching staff is in regards to what can be successful. We joked about it. Like, this is the game plan you should be used for Justin. Then they come out and do the opposite. Fucking wide receiver sweep to Khalil Mack's side with Trent fucking Taylor. Like, it never ceases to amaze these in-game coaching decisions. Forget about how you talk to the guys on fucking Monday and Tuesday. How do you call? How do you, like Hector said, he's 100% right. I don't see improvement. Lucas Patrick from one week to the next, it's a fucking crapshoot. Same with Whitehair. Let's move Whitehair to center. Snaps go over his head in practice, but no, it won't. This is the shit that you're dealing with, and you're selling it as some sort of stewardship for NFL competency.
Just
breaking news. The tape never lies. Network breaking news.
Into the TTNL news desk, we have an update on the culprit of their audio issues.
Oh, we do?
Yes, it has been zeroed in on. Did we have any guesses? Do you guys want to see who's going to be on the firing line? Now, I will give you guys some insider information. I may get 35 DMs from this guy later on tonight when I out him here publicly. And he's smiling down there in the lower left-hand corner already. But Mo, you are the culprit, bro.
Mo's the guy?
Am I really?
Yes, you are.
Jesus, Mo.
Still?
Mo Mooney. Yeah, well, let's mute you and see if it happens. Oh, we're back. It's clear. It is
That
Mo.
sounds better.
It's. I think he's in his truck. You're in your truck, correct?
Yeah.
And it's running.
Yeah, let me see. Let me turn it off.
Maybe you're coming through the speaker on your
What
Bluetooth.
about now?
He's got the neon lights for the lot lizards out there saying he's open.
Are you like on the side of the highway somewhere?
No, I'm at a truck stop.
So wait, do they like limit the amount of time you drive? Like, bro,
No,
you gotta
it's just the
pull
route.
off
The
the
route
road
I
at
do.
14.
No, the route I do is it's like a 4-hour shift every day. So just sitting here the rest of the time.
Okay.
So I've had a lot of time to just keep up with the Bears, and it just pisses me off, man. And it's these coaches, man.
It's like
It's
a
just-
fucking house with 25 leaks. You keep bringing another bucket in, trying to catch it. It's terrible. I've
All right,
never
so
seen
this is-
anything.
So you work on that, Mo. I'm going to pop you into the background real quick, and we'll bring.
Work on his mic.
One of
Bring Leroy.
Bring
Brown.
Leroy.
Bad.
Whenever I'm seeing Leroy, I'm getting
Brown.
the Leroy Jenkins
Baddest man in
sound
the
drop
world.
in my head. Leroy.
Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy Brown.
No, that one,
Leroy
not that
Brown.
one in my head, but
Anyway.
So yeah, real quick. Let's just go rapid fire here, Hector. I'll start with you. Do you have, if they move on from this coaching staff, where are you at? Do you have anybody that you?
Just like Phil, Horrible. I've been calling for this cat, man, for the last 10 years. Praying for 10 years.
I have a feeling he's going to be a very popular pick tonight. Sean, are you on that train, or are you on somebody different? Or you don't really
I would
know?
love to get Harbaugh. I just don't see it happening here. The
Yeah.
Bears will not do that because it's the right thing to do.
It's a good point. Isaac, what about you?
Yeah, I think it's kind of Harbaugh, or it's Ben Johnson maybe, but I don't want to trust somebody who hasn't been a head coach before, you know?
I would take Aaron Glenn.
Dan Quinn,
over
maybe?
Ben Johnson. Aaron
But
Glenn,
Dan-
the defensive coordinator, before Ben
Dan
Johnson.
Quinn kind of feels like we're moving backwards again. I don't know.
I like Coach Quinn, Hofstra alum, aggressive guy, good. I could vouch for his.
He's got to get the right
quality.
OC then.
Yeah, he would come with a prepared OC, a veteran. I know that. So that guy gets a ticket into my line. I don't have to rank him now. Obviously, everyone knows hardball with me and Hector.
So we do have another little bit of an update because our guy Mo that got put into the background's got some company that I've zeroed back in on. It's also getting some feedback. Anybody want to guess?
Leroy has the trucks backing
Oh,
up.
it's not Leroy.
Huh?
It's not Leroy.
Holy shit!
I think we're looking up into Wisconsin up there with the old Eddie Jackson. Or is that a Curtis Enos jersey?
No, this is Eddie.
It's Isaac.
It's not bad, man. I'm just busting your balls a little bit, but there's a little bit of feedback. But Leroy, where are you at?
I want whoever the guy is. I need that guy. I don't care. God, Jesus. Come on. We need
Oprah Winfrey.
We need
her, right? If she can win some
we
games.
need him. Whoever that coaching is, we need
the
him.
team.
Yeah. Well, Kerry Franklin's asking me. I brought it up. I would be extremely, if it's not, I'm still on the Harbaugh train. And beyond that, I am very interested in sitting down and chatting with Josh McCown about leading the franchise.
He's a great name. Situational football won't escape Josh McCown. I think the head coach has to be somebody that gets the understanding of moving the chains. I know that sounds simple,
Claude Eaton,
but it is imperative that we find someone that situational football, they're a fucking nightmare. They didn't have to be told by TTNL to do the tush push with a 240-pound athlete at quarterback. This is what the Chicago Bears need. And Shane has done an excellent job kind of laying the footwork for what I meant in maniacal. The maniacal guy stays up at night dreaming about those situations and what to do. The maniacal guy attacks the weakness of every defense he faces each and every week or offense. The maniacal guy understands this is 2 down fucking territory. We are not throwing the ball on 3rd down and 2. We are going to fucking run it on 3rd and 2 with understanding.
We're not going to call a timeout because we're going to
run it again.
Prepared when we're in that situation, right?
Exactly. Now, honestly, and I get upset because a lot of it from fans, but it's like, if I can do it on the 3rd and 4th grade and say, guys, we're going here, we're running this play. If we don't get it, we're running this play next. Just line up and run it. And they're in 3rd and 4th grade. On the NFL level, with all of those plays, with all of the practice, all the time spent doing it, and the Bears haven't done it. I look back all the way to that game Shane was talking about, Packers-Bears with Khalil Mack night. I remember Jordan Howard hitting it for 8 yards on 3rd and 8, right? And the ref spot him 6 inches short. Guess what they did? They kicked the fucking field goal.
Yep.
If they ran Jordan Howard again, they control the game and win. These are the things these guys as coaches don't do in Chicago and haven't done. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because we watch the other games and we see competency. We see it. And it's I hate the fact that Bears fans have been abused. I think of Jim Larison and how he admitted, "I'm so naive to it. Now that I'm a fan of TTNL and learning from you and Shane and all the guests you bring on, now you're more understanding of it. Like, wow, these guys are fucking shoe salesmen. And they do still do the good old boy network. And they still hire an Ernie Accorsi or a Bill Polian to figure out the fucking charter franchise. The charter franchise.
Let's
what
Warren was the
what are you?
let's
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bounce a couple of you guys out and bring
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
I want to see where they are
Okay.
with Kevin Warren. Hector, so far with Kevin Warren. Is he your kind of life preserver of hope here?
I
Well,
would say
right now,
go
ahead, Hector. Go ahead, Hector.
For me right now, it's yeah and no, and if that makes any damn sense there, but it's because there's actually it's still
You're on the
incomplete.
fence. You're on the fence.
I'm really on the fence, man, because I mean I like the background. I saw the interview there with Chris Zorich, which that opened my eyes a little bit, man. I was like, okay, going into the Big Ten and everything else, and all with the background and all, I'm like, all right. They finally picked up somebody in there that actually has some type of football background, regardless, even if it's not playing wise, but at least in the field or out in the office or politically or whatever it is you want to put it at, versus the other idiot that was there beforehand. So now him there, I'm hoping. But now the interesting part is after this off season goes in, if I pray they do the right thing and move on from Eberflus. What is it? What's the next step after that with Kevin Warren and Poles? If Poles is there, okay, we're together. Move on, because I'm still kind of on the boat with Poles and staying there.
Yeah,
and I don't mind so far for right now, because I do like the draft moves he has done, the trades and everything else and all. And I just feel is that a lot of the pieces that he has put out there in the field in there for Eberflus, it's just Eberflus just hasn't just done anything for them, man. So, I could give you all the tools, but if the mechanic doesn't know how to use the tools, well, what happens then?
Yeah.
So, just
good answer. You're basically what he said. He's on the fence with both Cole and Warren. Where are you, Leroy, with Kevin Warren?
I had to see it. I like, but Kevin better be up Ryan Poles, you know what I mean? Pause, but he look. This is awesome.
Up his pole.
Yeah, we gotta see something. So I like to see some reaction, and then proof's gonna be in the pudding. But like I said, who be one, but who be twice, not on you. So you gotta see something. That's for how
Isaac.
Yeah, I think it's speaking a little bit with how loud he is with his silence at the moment. I find that kind of troubling. I understand why he wouldn't let Ryan Poles do his thing, but I feel like with what's going on with the Chicago Bears, I feel like this is the time Kevin Warren needs to make a statement of some kind, whether that's just a press release or if he goes out to the podium and talks questions. I think we need somebody that's willing to stand up front in this leadership, whether it's the president or whoever, and say, yeah, we know what's going on. Our coaches want to defend each other. Our general manager wants to defend the people he hired, but I came here to do a job, and we need to hold people accountable. I think it's kind of
so. What if he's he's made up his mind privately, and he comes out and just gives you a big plate of word salad that doesn't mean shit, and then you're just gonna railroad Kevin Warren for the next 9-10 weeks, and none of it.
He was taking notes. I did like that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
like we're gonna for show.
We're gonna put the lights in the new stadium over here because they're here. But that's
right.
That is where you have to see. Listen, if to your point, let's just say they've made the decision that, hey, if we're picking one or two, we're moving off of Justin. we're going to go with Caleb Williams or Drake May. Let's just say that they've made that decision.
Mm-hmm.
And if Kevin Warren says we're going to give Eberflus the chance and the staff to coach the new guy, then they're all inept, and
I
it's
totally
over
agree.
before it starts.
Yep.
That is my biggest fear.
Bro, you read my mind on the next question.
Yeah.
You just answered it. I'm with you, man. That would be ripping the heart out of me and saying there's no reason to even watch
I
this
just
team
think
anymore.
end of the day, as much as we want answers right now, we love this team. These guys, listen, these guys are gonna get fired from their jobs and they're gonna be coaching other places, and it is what it is. We're still gonna be here talking about the Bears because it's in our blood, it's ingrained in our souls. We're going to be here. So it matters to us. Every little thing. We live and die with this team. That's why it matters to us, and that's why we want answers now. Kevin Warren coming out next week and saying, you're not doing a good job. What is it really going to prove? Maybe he walked up to Matt Eberflus and said, you know what? You're here every day. You're not living up to my standards. I'm letting you know that privately that I'm not happy.
Fix it.
And I better see some production because guess what? You got 9 weeks. Nobody here knows if that's happened. And that is way more important than him coming out and feeding us a line of bullshit publicly to make us happy.
That would fall in line with what Cole Kmet on CHGO had said. They asked him kind of the same question, how is Flus, and Carm pretty much said they give us word salad. They don't really say anything and they don't call anybody out. And Cole said, well, he doesn't do that in the media, but he said he sure as hell holds us accountable in private. He said he gets on us about our jobs and not doing our tasks the right way or whatever. Now, I don't know how much of that to believe. He's on a show.
I don't see it on the field.
Whatever. But
Just
yeah,
never shows
exactly.
up. Doesn't show up. And then think about this, Deonta Foreman goes out, plays with the way he did against the Raiders. And he comes back this week and there's no focus on him.
9
He had 9 carries. They wanted to get Roschon Johnson. It's exactly what Shane and I predicted. You don't see the mark. You don't see the accountability and the plan going hand in hand. It just doesn't happen.
I just think that they're making it much harder than it needs to be. It can be very football, Phil. End of the day, you're coaching little kids. End of the day, football can be very simplistic. It's when you're coming in, you're like Matt Nagy, and your playbook is this thick, and you're walking into the room and telling everybody that you got the biggest dick, and it doesn't mean shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
It can be very simple. The Bears getting in I formation, like Phil said, and go with what they got and play off of that, play action. It would be good for Justin. It would be good for Tyson. It would be good for the offensive line. It would be good for DJ Moore. But it just seems like they go above and beyond. Again, I've used this 100 times, trying to force feed a baby with a shovel rather than using a fucking spoon. It's going to be messy. And you're not really, the baby's still going to be hungry. So we're all over here. Go ahead.
Did you see that podcast with Cam Newton? I think he was talking to another NFL player, but about that exact thing where that's what they were talking about Fields, where they just are trying to give him too much. Like they talked about previous examples that they had in the NFL where they had these super complex offenses with all this terminology. He's like, I got to go to the coach and say, yo, man, I can't work that way. We got to work something out. And they worked like a simplified language. And he said that's what they did with Lamar Jackson to get him going in Baltimore. Like they worked the offense around him, which is what Getsy always says they want to do here, but they never actually do it. And the most infuriating part is like the Bears give themselves a blueprint to win, and then they don't follow it. Like, how do you? That's just like the definition of insanity, right? I mean,
that's the problem,
ridiculous.
Bro. That's the thing. It's like, I don't give a fuck if every team is stealing signs and doing all this shit, right? I don't care if they know what I'm running. If we execute and do what we're supposed to do, then we will win. That's the Bears out.
Hey, you want to be good enough at something where you get to the
You
end of the
saw
play
what
and you
worked,
see
right?
in 40 seconds, we're going to do
Exactly.
it again.
You saw what worked against the Raiders. You're running toss. You're running 2 tight ends. You're stretching them. You're booting off of that. Your screen game worked because you're able to boot off of it because they're threatening against the run. Then you came outside and threw it back. You had that big play by Foreman. Then they go into the Rams game. Where did all that stuff go? No, just goes out the window. You've never, ever identified yourself and what you do well. And there's a moment where you have to do that in order to get the ball to your playmaker. And that playmaker is DJ Moore, right? He should be the point of reference in the passing game. Now you can run trips and run 2 posts and the flag underneath it and force that pick and get it to your playmaker every down. We could do this until you fucking stop him. We can rub route and get DJ. They don't even do that. They don't do anything that can make like Foreman is a fucking animal. Like watching him run, I'm like, oh my God. Like you have to be so dumb to not want this guy getting the football. Like even in the play where they put him as a quarterback and ran the wildcat and he faked and then hit that hole. When he hits the fucking linebacker, he's just running through the guy and with a reckless abandon. That's when you say as a coach, we're getting this motherfucker the ball. Like get him the ball, run the Bears won't do it. Now let's try a Valus on a toss here. Let's see what we can. This is the shit that happens. Like, I'm not making it up. I'm not making this up. You guys all see it. And it used to be guys like fucking Michael Burton getting fucking played. We're going for 2, and I love Blazing Game, but he shouldn't be on the fucking field in a spread set. He's playing receiver. This shit goes down, and I'm like, this is the Bears. Like, oh my God, bro.
So Phil, I'm gonna bounce some of you guys out and add some of the guys that are waiting here in the background.
He's talking to somebody. I don't know if
Who
he's
is?
talking to himself. Tampa.
All right, let me remove the current guys and we'll go back. We'll give Mo another shot here and see if he's got it. He's probably
Richard's back.
He's FaceTiming JSN right now. I know he is. These motherfuckers don't believe in you.
Game-winning touchdown.
Sorry, guys.
No, I saw you talking. Were you on the phone with
Yeah. I didn't know how long
like,
you guys were going to be.
flowing on your thoughts with us. Like, yeah, motherfucker.
You can
right.
say it, man. Just Phil never shuts the fuck up. So these shows get 4 hours long, right?
I already got yelled at by my wife, too.
Bring her on. Let's say hi to her.
Oh, no.
No.
Is she embarrassed or you just think she's going to blow this shit up?
Oh, no. She's like, you keep cutting them off. I'm like, sorry, I just spoke up.
No.
I said you have to.
He's not cutting anybody off. It's a roundtable discussion tonight.
Yeah,
if
you
you're
got to
just
speak up
tuning
when
in.
you have the opportunity. I don't try to cut anybody off.
No, you're doing perfect, man. It's a roundtable discussion tonight here on Keeping It 100 with our patrons. We've got Isaac, Leroy, Lady Bear has been here. TTNL Barber, you know him as the what is he? The flea market connoisseur. Claudio. We got Hector. We got Richard Gordon back. Everybody's here. The HR department, Sean Stewart, and now Mo is back. Mo, I love
Can you
Mo,
hear me?
but Richard, yeah, we can hear you better now. There's no echo.
He shut that truck off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did we park that truck yet?
He's parked in
Yeah,
the truck
it's getting
stop.
cold in here though.
How many
Oh,
gallons?
come on,
do you
Angelo.
have?
Angelo.
Oh, Angelo.
Angelo, 15 below
Angelo.
zero. I'm doing this for you guys.
What?
topical.
So let's just work in.
Then let me do what I hired to do.
All the Angelo drops are coming out.
Cherie's gonna lose her mind.
Cherie loves those Hawaiian Angelo tan lines.
So Mo, you've let me know that you're ready to move on. Do you have anybody? Are you on the Harbaugh bandwagon or who
Listen,
do you
first
want?
of all, I would love Harbaugh to come to Chicago so he can get the fuck away from the Big Ten. So it would be a double positive for me. So, but I don't know, man. It's just my mind is all over the place. Sean said it best about like the game planning and everything. And these coaches, they just don't know what the fuck they're doing, man. Everything goes back to the coaching for me. Like the defense, for example. What is Jalen Johnson is not good in the zone shit. He's more better as a man, like playing man and tight.
Hey, how about we tighten up our coverage on 3rd and 15?
Yeah, like
and take away
3rd and 15, playoff 22 yards, guys. We don't want to give
that
that
10-yard cushion. 10-yard cushion.
Oh yeah.
Shane
Sometimes it's
cracks
more
me
than
up
that.
every single time on
15
Twitter. Every
yards.
time it's like a 3rd and 15.
I thought 10 was generous.
He's like, you know what's coming.
Yeah.
You know what's coming.
It's like an
They're gonna
80%
get the
conversion
first
rate.
down.
They should start playing the Jaws theme on 3rd down. Dun. It's against us though because
Well, no, they're playing. Remember when they used to play the air raid? They know the fucking bombs are coming. That's where they were
Exactly.
backwards.
Oh,
Yeah,
here
they know
comes
they're
the
gonna get-
deep in front of our safeties for a first down. It's like
You go all the way
my
back. You go all the way back to Lovey, where it was the same thing. How many times did we see Brett Favre on 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 15? And you're like, this motherfucker, 18 yards in, boom, wide open, and he falls back.
Antonio Freeman just catching it across the middle. How about a
Jeez.
slant for 28 yards? This year it happened. Romeo Dubs on 3rd and 15 in opening game. He fucking gets 17 on a slant. They free released him. Your boy JJ free releases him, lets him go right. I'm like, I agree with you, Mo. He needs to be challenged, and you fucking take away the threat that you're playing that week. Who do we play? The Saints this week?
Yeah.
Yep.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
Their secondary is amazing too. Like it's gonna be bad.
They got a good defense, yeah.
Who's starting for New Orleans? Quarterback.
I think Carr still is.
Carr's coming back. You got to start Carr in your fantasy league, Jackal said on his show that he would
Jackal's
show
doing
up
something
for.
now?
I don't think he was on. Was he on
So-
last night, Cherie? No, he wasn't even on.
No, he was on.
He was on another.
on
They
something,
they kind of combined
He was on something.
the two. They were on another Bears show with
yeah.
Ivan Vargas. Yeah.
Okay.
We need to change the name of that IV therapy, by the way.
IV therapy. There you go. Ivan there. I get it.
So, Tampa Taylor, where are you at with coaching, and what's on your to-do list there?
I don't. Why can't Getsy have a HR department issue? Seriously.
He does.
I know, but like
The HR of us.
everybody we want fired doesn't get fired. But no, I already said, I want Harbaugh because he's already won it.
All right, well, let's take him off the table. If it's not Jim Harbaugh, who's your number 2?
You got me. Man, honestly,
Ryan Day.
Who?
No, I don't. I
Ryan Day. Fuck no, no way, not for me.
I don't. I'm
No.
tired of the Bears constantly going after coordinators or unproven coaches. I would love to have a coach with experience, not John Fox. That was a joke. But besides Harbaugh, you got me. I'm stumped right now because that's who I want.
It's hard to get a list together.
Yeah. I just didn't know if you had a number 2. What about you, Richard?
I
Where are
just
you
want
at?
somebody who's gonna do what Phil wants, be maniacal. I don't care if it's. I really want Harbaugh, but I don't care if it's Harbaugh. But that kind of coach, somebody's going to be in charge of anything and everything that comes up. and won't have any excuses for what goes wrong.
Yeah,
That's what we
the
need.
guy that's very cut and dry to the point. No bullshit. Yeah, no, I get it, and I think it's imperative, and I think that's exactly what maniacal means. It's not, it's not sweating the shit that doesn't matter. Like, Tremaine Edmonds has a knee, and he's day to day. Well, he might miss a week. We'll see. When he's ready to go, he's ready to go.
Is he still day to day?
Day to day, they said today. But
that
we
kind
know
of stuff just irritates you. It can be easily fixed, and it's just par for the course of being a truthful guy. Like Tomlin is a great name.
I would love Tomlin too. But
What's his name? The defensive coordinator from the Minnesota Vikings.
Flores.
Yeah. He got fucked over in Miami. Aaron Glenn is a guy, the former player, defensive back, short in stature. Everyone doubted him coming out of A&M. He's worked his way. You can see what he's doing in Detroit. Aggressive, great communicator. Will get a good staff with him. I like him. Go ahead.
If Rivera gets canned, I don't want him because it'll be too much 85 Bears stuff. No.
Yeah, no,
I
that would
think
do.
He's kind
that
of
would do
had
nothing.
his shots.
Yeah, I think his
But-
best shots were in Carolina. And it's probably time, but I don't want him. No.
Shane, what
Wesley
about Bobby
Frazier,
Slowick,
Who?
the OC for the Texans?
Who is
Bobby.
the OC for the Texans?
Slowick.
Oh, Bob,
Stoic. Bobby
not the
Slowick.
Slowick that was here. You're talking about the young one. Yeah, no, he's going to be a guy. He's 100% going to be up for all the openings. Vegas, Chicago. Yeah,
I like Willingham from Utah. I don't know if he'll ever leave, but he's such a great leader and communicator. He's maniacal. He checks those boxes.
I thought
happy.
Mo said Bob Sura at first.
No.
I'm like, Phil has no
Bobby
idea.
Sura.
Phil
Wasn't
has
he a
no idea.
basketball player? Florida State?
Look at you. Holy shit.
I remember I was like, this
right to that
motherfucker
one.
should be playing receiver. Because he didn't have a future in the NBA. And did he? Did he do anything in the NBA?
I mean, he didn't. He was in for a little while. He was a decent
Whatever
enough.
happened to that dude from the Knicks, the Asian dude?
Jeremy Lin.
He played in China, I think.
Yeah, he was
He
a
had that freaking-
flash in the pan. I mean, he got white hot there for a little while, but then kind of fell
I
out.
think he won a championship at least in China or something. So yeah.
Toronto.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was with the Raptors when they won it.
Yeah,
Oh, was he?
he was on our bench.
We got questions. Let's just we got
let's go
so
through
many
this.
super chat. Let's start at the bottom because it's in this. Belichick or Harbaugh, Phil? Harbaugh. I've always wanted I love Belichick. That would be a great. I mean, I'm not in the camp of passing on Belichick. Jim Harbaugh has been my guy for the last 15, 20 years that I felt like he understands the McCaskey's bullshit.
And it doesn't seem like the Belichick tie. I know there was some talk there. They said he quietly signed a contract extension before the season.
Yeah, the summer.
Nobody was talking about. So,
Well, I would pick Harbaugh if you were asking of those two. What's your guys' take on the Sweat trade? Ollie's your take. All's your take. A lot more than the Twitter GMs out there. I love the Sweat trade for truth. This guy is a consistent get home pass rusher in the Holy Trinity. I always talk about it. It's quarterback, then pass rusher, number 2. Quarterback, you got to find, then pass rusher, then offensive tackle. That's how you build it. Your team, first and foremost. I can get corners, guards, tight ends. I can get them all. Pass rushers are a commodity that is very difficult to find. And this guy has the length, the technique. He's got counter moves, and he's got that bend that I love to get home, and he also has an understanding of when to strip that ball out. Like he likes to do that.
Yeah,
and I like rushers that do that.
We talked about it on Carr's Keys a little bit, and Carr's brought up Montez Sweat, and I was positive that Washington was not going to move off of him. That was going to be the guy that they were going to keep. They were going to ship Chase Young to somebody, and then they were going to move forward with Montez Sweat. But it really seems like they're doing a complete reset. And there was rumors bouncing around today that if any team was going to be willing to trade for Bill Belichick as a head coach, it was going to be the Washington Commanders to kind of put their stamp.
Yeah, I could see Magic Johnson being involved in that.
Yeah. So, but it's Corn Planner says, was assistant coach fired for calling out bullshit? Hi, Cherie. They said it was, workplace.
It was the
related.
second time
It was
being
workplace
called.
malpractice, all right, guys? We're not talking about it.
Yeah.
We don't know what. Was it Dwight Schrute accidentally sending out those memes, those naked memes?
Yeah. Maybe it'd be like me walking through Hallis Hall and Ariel Cologne comes in. I said, "Hey, your mom's a fucking cunt, Ariel." Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
You've been warned.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna warn you, Shane. All
Lawrence Chrisman, $22. Thank you, Lauren. George has his hands in the back of poles. Hashtag puppets. George, you're talking about McCaskey, correct?
Yeah, I don't think George is involved in. I really don't.
I'm
think
just a fan.
Yeah, I don't think he's involved in any of that stuff. It's just he's not a good owner, and I don't think he's trying to make any, force any moves or football acquisitions or anything like that. I just think that they're shitty owners. And
I'm just a fan. I'm not a football evaluator.
Yeah,
that's right, George.
Thank you, Lawrence. Bill Wagner, our culture is awesome is the new word of the wise. Yeah, this is not.
Yeah,
it's true. You cannot have two coaches removed for HR violations within 6 weeks.
Our culture is awesome.
Yeah,
Ryan Poles.
Yeah.
That was the one.
And who
It's
brought him here?
Yeah, it's like cheating on your wife twice, in 6 weeks.
Our marriage is great.
It's great. It's great. Everybody else is doing it.
That's only 6 weeks ago. It feels like 6 months at this point.
Right,
Jeez.
right.
Yeah.
We got a great
You've
relationship.
been home 2 out of the last 6 nights. It's fine. We're chipping away. We're diligent. Thank you, Bill. Carrie Franklin. We should change Carrie's name to Carrie Eberflus. Shane, I think the trade backs, this whole staff, I agree it's hard to say the course, but these guys come across as solid. They will give them time to hang themselves 1.5 years. I mean, you can hang yourself in a few minutes. I don't think you need two seasons. I don't see the upside. I really don't. And when you again are on the hook, 2 of your big hires have been removed for HR violations within Hallis Hall. And it sounds like the Alan Williams one may be very bad at this, juncture. So we'll see. This is what I would ask. And I forget who said it, but they brought up a great point. If you're in a court of law and you say Matt Eberflus is called to the stand and you say, you tell me what you have done and why I should keep you as head coach. Just give me a list. And you tell me why. You've beaten Trey Lance. You've beaten Brian Hoyer. You've beaten who was the quarterback in Houston that they beat?
Sam Howell.
Davis
Yeah.
Mills.
Davis Mills, Sam Howell,
Mac Jones,
and Mac Jones /
Mac Jones and Crappy. What's his name?
Bailey Zappi.
Those are the 5, and easily all of those guys could be moved, could be backups next year, and Brian Hoyer will probably be out of the league.
Well, that's the thing too with this team. There's no consistency from
And-
week to week.
And guess what? Washington is firing Ron Rivera and his complete staff.
He's
and
done.
guess what? Oakland or the Vegas Raiders just did. And those are the two teams that you beat.
Very good point.
Well, that's why they
Jonathan
fired him,
Hood.
'cause lost to
Is
the Bears.
Jonathan here?
Blow it out your ass, he says. Yeah.
Brandy Brown, $4.99. How's everyone doing? Hope all is well. This guy's just throwing $4.99 our way to you patrons, saying, "What's up, Brandy Brown?"
Love it.
Now, is
Thanks.
Brandy? I can't see. Is that a female or male? Brandy
it's-
can go either way.
It's definitely a male. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
No
maybe he's not,
offense,
maybe he's
Brandy.
not his
I
wife's
just-
account. Who knows?
I can't see.
Yeah.
It's too small for me.
Drink of choice.
We've heard that before.
Gary,
We don't need to talk about
Gary
it.
got it, God.
You
Gary,
want someone who is battle tested, Phil. We can't afford to hire another coach from the Good Old Boys Network. No more Getsy and Nagy living off of the OB. Yeah. Yeah. Great point. Even though I don't know what you said. You chimed in on
Phil
something.
can't afford to hire another coach from the Good Old Boys Network. No more Getsy and Nagy living off the OB.
Off
He
that
just wants a
point,
former head coach. Yeah.
yeah. Off that point, do you think Flus was forced on polls? And
I
you
think
have
Steve
made an
Edwards-
answer that before, so
Steve
sorry,
Edwards hinted at it.
right.
If we look at
I know
the
the
timeline,
agent and Trace Armstrong. And
I
James
think that
Armstrong.
I think that's way more important than anything.
but they were interviewing
Is there any
coaches
truth that
prior to
polls?
the GM.
Is there any truth that polls did want to bring Bieniemy with him, or no?
He didn't even interview him.
Well, he didn't have the opportunity. Because remember,
Well,
didn't they interview the
He
head
had an
coaches
opportunity.
before the
He
GM?
could have interviewed. He got hired.
Right.
Yeah, he could have interviewed him, but I mean,
But Polian didn't interview him, or
you're right. Yeah,
right.
he
The
wasn't a
search
part
team
of it.
or whatever.
Right.
Right.
But are you in?
But
Are you in on Bieniemy?
Oh no, but I was just asking. Do you think Flus was forced on polls? Like polls didn't have the
I
chance
think-
to interview.
I
who
think-
he wanted to interview.
I think
independently.
George is a football fan, like he
We know
said,
that.
and
We
I
know
think
that.
he was talking to Trace Armstrong, and he's like, "Hey, I can give you a twofer right here." I
Yeah, 'cause
honestly,
Remember, wasn't
Get a
there
discount.
one report early when this happened that maybe Trace Armstrong could be the GM?
well, that was the not the GM, the
president.
the team
President.
president.
Yeah.
He actually supposedly was interviewed, according to one
Well,
former Bear.
And somebody touched
he was
on
never
that,
going to
too.
walk away from that agent money. I mean, he's making gobs of money
Oh, yeah.
as an agent, way more than he would have been making as the team president.
Right.
And he's not in the crosshairs of the media.
Yeah. So hands down, ingrained in our souls. That's 100, absolutely. But it's true. Hey, you have to love this team to cover them and analyze them the way that we do and live and die with it every single day. And just you guys, you don't have to do what Phil and I do. And it's hard to stomach and deal with every day. Melvin Dew, you cannot get a first-time head coach next year. It's too much of a risk. By the way, so glad you guys were able to get Mike Ditka on the show.
He's talking about Rich Gordon.
Oh,
Not that
okay.
Coach
Not that
Ditka.
Can you say right there, buddy? That's your IQ. Can you do that one?
Right there, buddy. That's your IQ.
You got to put your middle finger up, though. Perfect. Thank you, Melvin.
Hey guys, I'm about to go on the shift, so I appreciate you guys having me.
All right,
bro.
well, all right.
Thanks, Mo.
See you,
Take
Mo.
it easy, Mo.
Safe
My
driving.
DMs
those
are
roads.
always open, brother.
All right, guys.
We appreciate you, Mo. I'm sure you'll be in the chat.
Yeah, I'll be in the chat for sure.
Like,
All
did you eat real quick? Did you already eat?
I'm about to go grab a pizza right now before I get on.
What are
All
you
right.
getting on
Where
your
are
pizza?
you getting
Mo?
the pizza? Is it like Little Caesars?
No, I can't eat pork, so all they have is cheese.
Yeah, but where? Where are you getting it from? On the
Oh, it's
road?
at the pilot truck
Oh,
stop.
the truck stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that one of those ones that's under a hot lamp right now? It's just spinning there waiting for you, or they cook it?
Nah, they cook it. They cook it
Okay.
first.
Is it like Pizza Hut?
They cook it, then it's just under
Oh,
the
no.
lamp.
That's a
They
gas
have
station.
it's called PJ Fresh. They created their own little kitchen, so
yep,
they're the ones that make it.
Okay.
Sounds
There
like
you go.
Tampa
Enjoy your
Taylor's a
dinner. Are
truck
you got?
stop connoisseur down there. He
What
knows
are you
all about it.
drinking? What do you drink? A Coke? Diet Coke? What do you got? Mountain
Dr.
Dew?
Pepper. Dr.
I was
Pepper.
like, give me
Oh,
4
my
large
son.
cheese pizza and I need a Coke Zero, please.
This truck is making me fat, man. I don't know.
That's how I do. I order the Diet Coke with the pizza.
Diet? You're on a diet?
Yeah,
Is
bro.
that
I
all
gotta
you
lose
drink, diet?
20 pounds, man. Getting too
20?
heavy. I haven't been able to go to the gym coaching. It's been crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyway.
short and fat is not a good look. So.
Yes, it isn't. I've got to
He's not
start playing
short.
fucking fullback.
He's like 5'10". He's not short.
I
5'10".
wish.
Fuck
Sorry,
you talking
wish
about?
I was.
I know, Shane. I know
Yeah,
he's
I know.
5'7". I know he's 5'7".
5'6".
Mo, we love Mo. Bring Hector back. There's Hector. I'm so excited. We got all these guys. I wish we can
Grumpy
get
Bear. What
everybody.
if David Walker went off on Eberflus and Getsy?
Hey, I would fucking hire him then.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we
hire
can't,
him back.
I guess we can't discount it. My thought process would be probably if he went off on them the first time, there probably wouldn't have been any warning, and he probably would have been launched. But we'll see. I don't know. Hands down is back. 999 Harbaugh. But Jim Harbaugh doesn't fit the yes man mold the front office is accustomed to. Just do the right thing for once in my lifetime. Fuck. Yeah, no, I get it. You just have to. The only saving grace is, and we hope that he does the right job, is Kevin Warren has never been a part of this process. And the way that I look at it is he wants to get this. You're not hearing anything about the stadium deal right now and anything like that, but you go out and you make a big time hire and you have the first and the third pick in the draft, there's going to be enthusiasm. And when you're building off of that momentum, the Bears tried to do that with Justin Fields and resoundingly shit down their leg as soon as they brought him here by not letting him compete for a starter's job with Nick Foles and Andy Dalton. But that's a story for another day. We'll see. Kerry Franklin is back. When the Bears sell the team is when we'll see real change, such as Brady becoming owner and bringing in talent. Yep, can't say that he's not right. You know what I mean? What's that saying? The fish rots from the head.
Yep.
So, yeah, there's a lot of truth there. Thank you, Kerry. Kenny Nicholas just showing love for the great work, fellas. Hashtag TTNL. Thank you, Kendi. Appreciate you.
Kendi.
Thank
you, Kendi.
That's great. So we got, I guess, Claude dropped off.
Claude dropped off. So did Leroy. So
yep, I think he was at work also.
Okay.
But
we're all rolling with you guys, rolling in the deep.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit shorter show tonight, I think, for all of us. But yeah. Oh, there's our guy Eric Clemens. Really enjoying these fans, guys. Bears fans, the most passionate in the NFL, as is the show. Bear down. Thank you, Eric. Great dude.
Great dude.
Have to get him back on so he can vent some of his frustrations.
Nagy and Getsy living off the reps of the QBs.
Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that too. You know what I mean? It's everybody looks good when you're have a Hall of Fame quarterback at your disposal. I always look at, Phil Jackson moving on from the Bulls. He didn't come back to coach the Clippers. You know what I mean? He went to LA. Shaq was there and Kobe was there. You kind of ready made. So
he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is this true? Hold on. Can we get some? Where did it go? Here it is.
No, Diet Coke does not cancel out the pizza.
T Sharp. Christelle McCaskey is Matt Eberflus's older sister?
Yeah, there is a connection.
Shut the fuck
No
up.
way.
Tell me there's nepotism here, and I'll go fucking lie.
Yeah, but I think it's the name, but it's not. Yeah, there was something out there.
There is, bro. This is real.
Come on.
Yeah, but
Dude.
I don't
Not
think
blood.
it's
His
just like
name?
there's a lot of Richard Gordons out there. It's a pretty simple name. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, a name. It might not be.
Yeah, maybe
Okay,
there is
please.
but yeah,
George
we're
C.
pissed-
The
we're-
actor. George the actor.
Yeah.
Assume the coach is gone. Where are we at with the QB? Are you guys still on the Caleb train? Can't talk about new coaches without the QB.
Yeah, if you're drafting
If
number
you're
one,
drafting
you're drafting
one
Caleb Williams.
again, George, Phil, and Shane are speaking for themselves here. I would have drafted Caleb last year with the number one pick if he came out over Field and traded Field. I believe so does Shane. If you have the number one pick, you're drafting Caleb Williams. I think he's that elite of an athlete and quarterback, and that's where I am with that. I've watched enough tape. That's where I am. It's not a shot at Justin.
Well, and
What
I gotta let
Justin
you know
had to endure is
it's just you got
tragedy.
everybody has to have the ability to look at everybody was waiting to pounce on the Notre Dame game, and I'll tell you what,
Right.
people within the NFL, it wasn't even a blip on their radar.
Oh my God! You
He's
go
going
back to
number one.
Oklahoma days and what he did there. Watch that tape. Then go watch. I mean, his team. I'm talking about Caleb now. His defense is terrible. So it's just him. So you
Yeah.
have to analyze. You
Why their
can't look
games
at
are
scores.
50. That's why their games are 58-52.
Exactly. You can't go, well, look, he lost and look at the score. Let's watch him play. Yes,
Well,
he threw some picks.
Let's go around. Sean, so the Bears are picking number 1 and number 3. Where are you at?
Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr.
Look at you. He's ready. You were prepared, Sean. I love that. Best show on the planet. Mo leaves for his
Mo's
pizza,
like, fuck
throws
that
$2.
$2 tip for that pizza. I'm giving it to Shane and Phil.
I love you, Mo.
Richard, where are you at, brother?
Oh, definitely. We got 1, Caleb, 3, probably Marvin Harrison Jr.
Okay. Tampa Taylor.
Well, if Fields doesn't prove himself these next games remaining,
Well, let's just say
one and three.
So what does he have to do to prove himself?
I don't. Better decisions.
All right, so let's say
consistency, maybe.
Let's just say he shows consistency for the next 9 games or the next 8 games because he's not playing this week. So over the next 8 games, you see consistency.
Right.
And Carolina's pick is still number 1.
Right.
What are you doing?
That's tough. I mean, you really have to be sold that either he's the future or he's not. Because
are you paying him $45 million a year?
Right now, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Like this whole year, it's all you have to prove that you're going to be the guy next year and move it forward. For the remaining games are real important. Like it's now or never.
Yeah.
So they have no attachment to him. So that's why I'm okay with Williams and Harrison or offensive line or defensive tackle, whatever we can get. But yeah, Williams and whoever's next. But Harrison would be nice.
C sharp. So was Aaron Rodgers. But I would certainly take Aaron Rodgers on my team.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what it comes down to. I think people just want to dislike him for a reason, and it's clouding their outlook on him as a quarterback. To say that that there's a lot of people out there that, this kid can't do anything against the top defense. I'm like, okay. We'll see. But Hector, where are you at? Or were you going to say something about that?
I want him to succeed. I want him to be the guy. And I'm going to be mad if he's not. Because we're starting over again. And, we all know the cycle that we've been going through
Yeah.
for the last 30 years.
Hector, where are you at?
Man, if I could draft a coach, that'd be nice. But because you can't get that damn if you get the right quarterback, wrong coach, another 5 years of this crap all over again.
Yep.
That's just my belief there.
All right.
So
So
I mean-
rather than not answering the question, who are you drafting number one?
No, it'll be Williams. Man, you know what? O-line.
You're gonna go.
I'll go with the left tackle to get that left tackle.
You going Fashanu or Alt?
Yeah, and I know everybody's gonna rip me for not getting Harrison and everything else, and I understand that. But you know what?
I would not be upset with that. Yeah.
Yeah, because if that wide receiver, then you can have all that, but that receiver can't get the ball if if the quarterback don't have time to throw the ball.
How'd that work out for Cincy the year they went to the Super Bowl with Jamar Chase
that's
when they
good,
passed up the
which is true. Yeah,
They
that
did
one.
have. It's been a long time since we've had. I love what Darnell Wright's putting on tape. Obviously,
Right.
he's a rookie, playing hurt out there. Not an excuse, but I like everything about him. The center position is putrid here in Chicago. It's been that way. They've not addressed it. Shane is talking about or has talked about the second round pick and Smits. I talked about Olu from Michigan.
Caleb Williams is not staying in college.
No, he's coming out.
Guaranteed. What do you
We
guarantee?
need a left tackle.
What do you guarantee?
Yeah,
like
I got it.
60 million?
We need
As
a left
first pick?
tackle.
Yeah, I'm all about built in the trenches. That's
I
it.
think you're 100%. If it was me, Caleb, and Olu from Penn State, now you're cooking with gas. You got your left tackle, your right tackle,
Well,
your quarterback.
here's the balance.
And you're getting another first round pick or something from Justin in a trade with Atlanta or whoever. And you come back and you get, I would fucking do cartwheels. I would do a backflip or try to do it. If we got the tight end from Georgia, Bauer, that motherfucker is, oh God. If we had a left tackle now, it would be hard to pass on that dude.
So
he's
listen,
dynamic.
I just don't know why people are the quarterback wins. What did their defense give up? I mean, did he lose the game? Like I said, 58-56.
That's why I said Logan. Bullets. Stop. It's not. It's the tape that tells
Did you
me
see
how
what he
good
did against Notre Dame, the best fucking team in college football since 1988? Get the
wins
fuck
and
out of
losses
here.
aren't the story.
Jesus
The
Christ.
story is the talent. His defenses let him down. Last I checked, when your defense lets no one score, you win 99% of the time. That's just the reality there. He can't play D. There's a reason why he has the hype that surrounded him coming into this year. There's a reason why he won the Heisman Trophy last year. And there's plays that just make your jaw drop. So if you're going to use these games and whatever, I'm going to show you on
Look at it.
tape.
Absolutely. You have to take it all into context. I agree there. But I mean, if you're sitting here saying that it's not all on Justin, but we're going to put it all on Caleb at the college level, USC is not a good team. They're just not. And why are they where they are?
Because of
why
the
are they
quarterback.
winning the games?
Exactly.
Yeah, that is the entire reason.
Tell him, Shane. It ain't the offensive line. It ain't the defense. Do they have a stud running back? They have a great punt returner.
And yeah, so Bill Wagner puts it perfect here. If you're drafting number one, they have to be gone.
100%.
No way. Well, they have to be gone anyway, no matter where you're drafting in my book. But even more so, if you cannot turn, you cannot do it. That'd be
can't repeat history. There's no way.
Yeah.
I don't know what HL Priest's comment was here, but he does have one here. this staff will ruin Caleb. Great job,
agree.
TT. That's why you got to get rid of the staff when you move to another quarterback, if that's the move that they're going to make.
There's no 3-tech going there in this draft. They're just
not
it ain't-
that high, Zahid. Not that high. I wish.
Mark it down in stone, guys. Like right now, Williams, May, Harrison. That's 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Yeah.
Set it for 2 months. And I'll be saying it in April on Draft Mob, and I'll be saying it on draft night when we're on pick number 4 and those 3 guys are off the board. It's the way that it's going.
I don't know what Bullets is trying to. Manziel? I loved Manziel. I've never hid from that, but I didn't love him for the Bears in the top 5. I mean, that never came out of my mouth ever.
Yeah, everybody, listen. I
thought Manziel was going to make it in the NFL.
Everybody
and I
thinks
was wrong
I'm
because
on
he was
Notre
a
Dame.
psycho.
Who was the shitty quarterback in the 17 draft that dropped to the 2nd round?
Deshaun Kaiser.
Bullets
had him number 1. Bullet.
I was a Kaiser fan.
I was too.
And I think he went to the worst possible place.
I have
before him
never
going
put
to Cleveland.
Johnny Manziel for the clarity. I'm sorry, Shane, cutting you.
No, I'm just saying
In
everybody's
the
got misses.
echelon of what I've talked about with Caleb. Ever. So
yeah, and I mean, I'll tell you guys right now at number.
Me being honest,
I'm not drafting an offensive tackle. If the Bears are at 1 and 3, I'm not taking an offensive tackle.
You're
I
taking.
could see him trading
Harris.
down and getting a
trade down.
No, he's taking Harris.
I'm running up to the podium and I'll say, I got my wide receiver core for who my quarterback is for the next 10 years, and it's going to be DJ Moore and Marvin Harrison Jr. and we move forward with that. That's something we've never had here. He's a fucking Marvin Harrison
wouldn't
Jr.
be upset with it because he's that.
He's a
good.
fucking alien. He's an alien.
He's that. I mean, he can't be stopped. He
He's
gets
so
open.
strong.
Look at Bill. $2. We needed this therapy. We got all the guys on. If you're just tuning in, we got Richard Gordon, Sean Stewart, the HR department, aka Tampa Taylor.
I think Leroy was
Hector.
having issues. He was bouncing in and bouncing out.
Yeah,
so.
he kept having issues. Mo left. We still love Mo.
Keys guy, I know you put that in there a couple of different times. I'm just saying, I think. Listen, I'm on record as saying I'm not moving off of Justin for Drake May. Phil, it sounds like would at number 2. I'm not. But if they're drafting number 1, I think Justin can show consistency over the next 6 to 8 games. And I still think that Ryan Poles is drafting Caleb Williams.
I do too. Because
and got to be cost controlled for the next 4 years.
Yep.
And
he gets a reset too.
Yep. Yeah.
But do you really think Getsy's going to put Justin in a position to succeed the next 6 to 8 weeks? I don't see that happening.
Well, that's the thing too, and that's the point. I mean,
based on what
he can't
Collinsworth was saying, no.
Yeah, he can't even put a consistent game plan for 2 games in a row.
Exactly, Shay.
So
is Mooney done in Chicago after the? I say no.
Hope not.
I would make him a priority. I believe in that guy.
Yeah, well, it comes down to, again, nobody wants to hear it. It's going to come down to money, because if Darnell Mooney thinks that he's worth 15 or 17 or $20 million a year, then
what? No.
So you think he's the best receiver in the league?
But that's what it's going to come down. But
I agree with you.
And the thing about it is, you have to have perspective on it. DJ Moore is making 20, but his contract gets less as we go on. Darnell Mooney was a 5th round draft pick. He's making, in terms of all of us here, he's making nice money. Right. It's not generational wealth as a 5th rounder. He hasn't cashed in yet, so it's going to be interesting to see where it happens. And the thing that's going to hurt Darnell is free agency doesn't open up until mid-March. And you're going to know in January where you're picking in the draft. And if the Bears are locked in at number 3 or number 2,
you're right.
You think that they're going to pony up $15 million a year for a
No,
number
no.
three wide receiver when they
No,
have
no,
Tyler
no.
Scott, who will probably be the next guy in line? It's
You're right.
business. It's business, guys.
You're right there.
It is what it is.
Will they re-sign Jalen Johnson?
I think so. I kind of feel like they
Sounds
will.
like it.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Poles came out and would seem to be and let's be honest, it's gonna be you get the Montez Sweat deal done. There's nobody else that you're gonna franchise. So you also have that ability, which I don't think that they want to get into that range. What is it for?
What is
I
it
think it's
for
like
a corner?
18 or 19,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
around 18 or 19, I think. And that's the thing when
Stewart.
Trayvon Diggs is making like 16.2 this year. And I mean, he's out for the season with the ACL, but it's now Jalen has said that he doesn't want to negotiate now during the season. But when you see guaranteed money flash in your face, when you've had your shoulder dinged 4 other times, when you see guaranteed money there, sometimes you'd be like, yeah, I'll take that. Yep. Fuck what I said. So we'll see. But I kind of have a feeling that I think that they're going to wear, and he's got an agent. So that's a big difference when you're trying to compare it to Roquan.
Rogue 999. Jim Harbaugh, Marvin Harrison Jr., DJ Moore plus Justin Fields, please. Greatest show on grass, Rogue.
Yeah. Oh,
grass.
Yeah,
I would love Jim Harbaugh.
I'm taking Drake May over Bo Nix. Yes.
Yeah, I am too. I like Bo Nix a lot, though.
I like him.
I like these quarterbacks. JJ from Michigan.
All right,
Quiddy Pay. You gotta love Quiddy Pay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Number 4
Bo.
overall. Oops. So, all right, let me go around the room here. So, the season ended, and the Bears are drafting number 2. Sean, who's your quarterback in 2024?
It depends on who the coach is, but I don't know. I think I don't know. No, I don't watch enough college football to even have a good evaluation on like Drake May or others. So
the resounding. I mean, it's going to be Drake May is going to be the number 2 pick in the draft. So I guess what you're saying is, do you believe? So you said Caleb Williams if you're number 1. Are you?
Yeah.
Are you? But you don't watch college football, but.
Well, I'm going off of your guys' evaluations more than anything.
Yeah,
that's
well, Phil would move off. Phil, you would move off of Justin for Drake May.
I think Sean's 100% right. I want to clarify this. I think the coach becomes the number 1 priority, even over the quarterback at this point. I'm serious because the coach, like you have said, Shane, and I am totally down with it, even with what this dude said, even though he got turf wrong. If Jim Harbaugh comes in and says, I want Justin Fields here, then the number 2 pick becomes a wide receiver from Ohio State. That's it.
Number 2, everybody's on the board but Caleb Williams, George, because he's going number 1. That's
exactly. Come on, George. Despite what Bullets is trying to tell you about Caleb Williams.
But Hector, are you
Caleb's going 1. There's no doubt.
Are you moving off of Justin for Drake May?
Man, it goes down again with that coaching. If Harbaugh's there, and if Harbaugh goes keep Fields, I'll stay with Fields. But if Harbaugh's not there, and depending on the next coach is, more likely they'll probably go with May, start over again with their guy, and move forward with it, man. I could see that happening also too. So,
Rich?
I mean, I'm going to make the assumption that Fields is a no-go, that Harbaugh wouldn't be the one coming, right? Where's our other pick going to be, though, after 2?
6.
Okay. Then I'm going to trade down
from
and
2.
get some more capital and then
Mhm.
maybe shoot for, say, JJ McCarthy later in the first round, because I don't trust Matt.
You would probably have to take him at 6 if he doesn't go, because
You think he's going to go that high?
Yes.
when draft day comes around, guys, quarterbacks get pushed
McCarthy is
way
I
up.
know we got Jim. Here he is, Jim Larison, not Harbaugh. What if Harbaugh wants McCarthy? Harbaugh gets whatever Harbaugh wants, Jim. That's what I say. So if Harbaugh says we want JJ McCarthy at 2, I'm signing on to his evaluation and his belief, because I believe in Jim Harbaugh, the head coach. He gets it. No one would understand McCarthy better than him. And I'm telling you, McCarthy, I mean, the improvement, the athleticism. I know he's from Jim's backyard too, but I love that guy. I put him right on Drake May's ass. So it's like right there right now. Marvin could go. No, it's not happening,
man.
100%. I'll bet you.
Take a screenshot of this, George. You'll be
you'll
be on with us
Quinny
live.
jersey.
Yeah, we'll name a show after you.
We'll have an intro produced by Cool Kennedy.
We will. Every
George
time you come on, we'll intro you.
We'll
Is
intro
it gonna be a
you.
Chinese show then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have subtitles and shit.
Remember the late Kung Fu subtitles? What you want?
There you go.
So, Tampa, are you moving off of Justin Fields for Drake May if you have the number 2 pick in the draft?
If Fields doesn't produce, you might have to.
No, that's not what I asked you. I said, are
Am
you?
I? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
He's not the answer. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing. And who was it? Cam had up there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Cam.
Yeah, guys, quarterback. If you have a quarterback graded as a 2nd round pick, he's going top 12 to 15, if not higher.
Oh, we saw that.
They just get
all the time
pushed up.
It's the hardest.
That's being a
position.
quarterback. Yeah,
it's the hardest position. That's why there's Johnny Manziel's that rise. There's obvious. What was the dude from Florida State?
Yeah, and George, that we're not saying this isn't an indictment on Marvin Harrison.
Oh my God,
he's
I don't think you have to explain that, do you?
No. It's we love him, and I mean, I'm drafting him number 3. Quarterbacks are separators.
Everyone said, "Let me do
in the
this.
draft.
Let me do that." Not to cut you off. Everybody's doing. I want to put Ben Ricketts. Why isn't he on the show fucking tonight? What if Justin Fields comes back and sucks and is throwing picks and getting sacked and the story isn't a convenient one for you? What do you do then? It's clear, right? You move on from that, right? Football, no matter what, you can't hide at that position. So he's to my best of my knowledge, I didn't see the Eberflus presser that Shane says I'm going to get pissed at.
Oh, you're
but
going to
did
be.
he come out
I
and
don't
say
even watch him anymore.
You're going to be.
Tyler Bagent is starting, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So he's
Justin's already
starting.
out. Yeah, Justin's already out.
Justin's already out,
They
so
said
we're
that.
not going to get.
So
They
that's
said
weird,
that
too.
early. Yeah.
So we're not,
On Monday
this
they
is
announced
early.
that.
Yeah. Yesterday.
This is
The
way
previous
early
weeks
for an Eberflus thing. So think
Exactly.
about the comments from Collinsworth and an announcement early from Eberflus. I'm just putting shit together for you. They don't want Justin to succeed. So say he comes back. Now we have to deal with it. I have called the negligence. I've called the negligence of this coaching staff from the beginning. And week 1, we saw the Super Bowl. And we sucked against Green Bay, and Jordan fucking Love looks like shit right now, but we made him look like a fucking 2-time Pro Bowler. So now if Justin comes back and fails, what's going to happen then? He's going to be considered a bust, and you're going to have to move on from him. Can you trade him? No. If he plays that poorly. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't want it to happen, but I put nothing past this coaching staff and the divisiveness that I've seen from them. So sucks. but we have to get that answer. He has to come back and play, and we have to get that answer.
I think he's going to be back for Carolina. I think that's the. I think that's going to happen. I just think.
Do we have a bye coming up?
Well, yeah, mini bye after the Carolina because you're playing Thursday night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we played.
Our bye is super late this year, correct?
Imagine if we lose to the fucking Panthers.
Well, it's doubly bad.
It's prime
doubly for our own draft.
Yeah, because you're and listen, they don't want to lose that game. They don't want to lose any game. They definitely don't want to lose that game.
Oh my fucking God.
They want to make their pick worse because they don't own it. And that's, you just have to keep all of that. And yeah, week 13, Zero says is the bye. So yeah, they have the mini bye, but I think it's going to be prime time. It's at home.
Oh my God, it's a prime time game.
Thursday night. That's the way that works.
Next week.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Shane.
Oh boy.
That's the way that works. That was a very hidden under.
But so I think at that point, let's just go kind of rapid fire before we wrap things up here, guys.
Damien had a question for you.
Go ahead.
Shane, real quick. Why are we wanting Harbaugh to come here with all the controversy on him? I mean, we already have coaches facing legal crap already. Look what happened to the DC and the running back coach. So why add? It's a good question for somebody that doesn't understand. What's going on is a witch hunt, as Chris Storage put it, with Jim Harbaugh. All these motherfucking coaches are doing this kind of shit. I don't know the latest. Did you see the latest, Shane?
Yeah.
The Michigan, Central Michigan. He's on the sideline and undercover.
Phil's heard my stories. I'm a Syracuse guy, being very close to the university, and it's not just college football, it's college basketball. I have some stories about college lacrosse that would blow your fucking mind.
I have
blow your fucking mind. In college lacrosse
from Hofstra, where coaches were walking through the woods knowing that a certain team practiced in this heavy wooded area, like a fucking forest, right? Yeah. And they're with their binoculars in there trying to get an advantage. This is in our car, and we knew about. So when I hear this stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, all these coaches do this shit.
Yeah.
Just like we all laughed. We look at these documentaries of SMU, and they're paying, what was it, Craig? What was his name? Eric Dickerson, and what was the dude? Craig played for the Patriots. White running back.
I know who you're talking about, but yeah.
Why is he was in the Super Bowl? They stuffed his ass. God, can't remember his name. Someone in the chat, Bullets, might know him. What the hell was his name?
Craig James.
Craig James. That's it. You're right. Craig James at SMU. Thank you, guys. C Sharp, Steve Varga, and Jeremy Anastasi. All that scam. We knew the money was going. Herschel Walker comes in. He's fucking driving a vet. His mom was working at a factory. How do you think they got it? So it all happens all the time. Listen, I'm just a fan, not a football evaluator. I'm a little more than that. But Kevin Warren, listen to the #1 Bears network, TTNL, and the rest of these loyal Bears.
Love to sit down with them.
Flush this shit. Coaching staff. Look at you. He's fired up.
So, but let's go. Tampa, I'm going to start with you, and we're going to work our way around.
Yes.
Bears, Saints.
Here we go.
Score
for the prediction.
And a prediction on, maybe a big play or stat prediction. Go ahead.
17-14. Darrington Evans and Foreman a touchdown apiece.
Who wins the game? That's kind of important.
Bears, 17-14.
He's saying Bears.
Bears win.
Bears are winning.
Predicting a win, bro.
Tampa Taylor was doing cocaine in the background when he wasn't. Richard Gordon, what say you?
Oh man, I think I got the Saints 27, the Bears 20. And let's see, bold prediction, Sweat gets 2 sacks.
Nice.
Wow.
I was gonna say that.
Even went with a bold prediction.
You think any sacks gets his first sack? He goes like this.
Probably, yeah.
Cherie back in the house up at the top. Where did the other two guys go?
Dang,
What happened?
I got
How
booted.
did this happen?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Thanks, Cherie.
Hold
No,
on
I
a
think
second.
They must have dropped off.
How do we add everybody in?
There's nobody left.
I'm still in the green room.
Oh yeah.
Who's in the green room? Tampa Taylor.
Tampa
Hold
Taylor.
on.
Yeah, we can hear him, but he's not up on this screen. There is no option to add.
Everyone can
7.
see and hear.
Yeah, there is.
For a
I'm
7.
gonna get it. I'm getting them in. Watch this.
Oh, you're adding it.
I'm adding it as we speak into bottom. He's small.
DDP.
Here we go. He's gonna be in 2, 1. There he is.
There he is.
We moved
Perfect.
Hector down because his is sideways.
Hector didn't.
Now it looks perfect.
Hector didn't read the
directions
that I sent to him to turn his phone
everybody's
into
here now.
landscape mode.
Landscape.
It's fine.
I'll get the email next time.
Grumpy Bear has 31-17 Chicago. Wow.
Wow.
Same
Not
with
so-
Corn Planner, 31-4. Oh, he's got
Four.
it the other way. 4
That's-
for hardball.
Yeah.
Or 4 for hardball. What do you got? Who was next?
I think Hector would. Hector, did you give your
Hector
prediction?
24. I'll go 24-17 Saints.
Bold prediction?
Yeah, for the bold prediction there. And then for the stat, I will put Bayesian with, I'll give him a touchdown, 1 interception, and Foreman with a rushing touchdown.
Nice.
There you go.
Sean.
I'm gonna go Saints 31, Bears 13. And I would.
What's your bold prediction?
My bold prediction, I don't know if it's bold, but I'd say less than 20 rushes for the game for the Bears.
Yeah, it's not very bold when you think about it.
Very possible.
Should be.
All right, girl, you're up next, Cherie.
There she is, smiling. Hawaiian. She got laid. We know that, Richard.
Wow.
Usually
Right
I
off the
say.
plane, Cherie.
Usually
HR
I say
department,
shit
yeah.
like
Mom,
that.
I
where's
know
your
what you're
mind
saying, Phil.
Where was your mind at?
I
Cherie?
took the title off. All right, I got to bring it back.
Wait, we have another one?
Leroy,
keeps
yeah.
coming back.
But we
Keeps
can't see
coming
him.
back.
Yeah, I don't know. He's having battery issues, I think he said.
He's in
Cherie,
the
do you have a
freaking-
score?
Yeah, Saints 23-20.
What's your
Wow.
bold
Cherie.
prediction?
The Bears scored 20 points.
Oh, well, that's pretty bold.
That was pretty bold.
It's
Yeah.
that easy.
It's not easy
Actually
to
make a
do
game
that.
of it. That's bold.
So I am going to say New Orleans 34, Chicago 16. My bold prediction. How about Tyreek Stevenson gets a pick 6?
Oh, that's a good one.
Not a
Cherie,
not a
what?
DPI, a pick 6.
But then it's called back for a penalty.
Yeah.
That DPI was bad. The second one.
My bold prediction last week was Darrington Evans scoring a touchdown, won me almost $500. So
Yeah, it
Won
did.
take it.
$500.
Tried telling the patrons in the chat. I'm like, plus
Damn.
2,200. Go lay down some money. You guys make some money.
You didn't tell me. I would have
I-
fucking put some money down.
I even gave them the wink, wink, nod, nod on my insider information, but they didn't pick up on it. So they all lost money. They didn't listen to me.
Well, I wish you would have shared that shit with me. It wasn't until after you.
No, it was before I put it in the book club.
Yeah, I
Go
didn't
look at
see it. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's on me.
Well,
then.
y'all
I take it
secret
back.
text that only the guys
The
are allowed to
book
be a
club.
part of. That one.
We
The
got a
book
book
club.
club.
That one, yeah.
Can you guys believe that Phil and I are in a book club?
And
Yeah,
Cherie's jealous.
We're in
I'm
audio
the
book
one that
club.
actually reads out of these guys.
We're audio book.
We're in the audio book club.
Yeah. So who's going to score? Are we going to have more touchdowns by the Bears this weekend, or more attempts at Leroy trying to get his video turned on in the green room?
Do you guys hear it on
No.
your end when he
No, they
clicks
don't hear
in?
the ding.
They don't
I don't
hear
hear
the
any
ding.
peeping either.
Yeah.
You don't hear the ding. We hear the ding.
So we know when he's popping in and out.
Yeah. Phil, what is your score and your bold prediction?
My score is 35-10 New Orleans. And my bold prediction is
pain.
Pain.
Bagent throws 0 interceptions in this game. He throws 0.
How many touchdowns?
1.
He does throw one?
He throws
10
one
points,
to
yeah.
Darnell Mooney. How's that?
He's
So
back
it's
in his
31.
old stomping grounds down there in Tulane.
And
Nolans. Kendi,
Zorch is a
Nicholas.
big Tulane fan all of a sudden. 31-27. Tyson throwing 300 yards. We're going to put your bold prediction if you are in Super Chat. Kendi Nicholas.
Yeah, Kendi.
300 yards. You think Tyson throws for 300, Shane?
I do not.
I think Kamara is a fucking play in fantasy, boy. I have him.
Riley's got him on his fantasy team. I'm like, yeah, you're going to want to make sure that he's,
Holy shit. I
lineup
told
anyway.
my wife, make sure you put your boy Kamara in the game. I think he's going to get like 3 touchdowns, two of which are receiving. Put that in the bank. Alvin Kamara. Even look at Bill Wagner said it right when I was.
Yeah.
I love Bill Wagner.
Chalk one up to Leroy.
Because he's bad. Leroy Brown. Baddest man in the whole damn
Must have been the top
town.
of your fucking class.
Oh my God. What a show tonight, guys. It was a therapy session with our loyal patrons, Tampa Taylor, Hector. Now I know Koki 2415 is Hector.
Is he saying your name right?
Yeah, he's getting it right.
Koki, man. Koki. That's frog, right?
Yeah, it's the Puerto Rican frog.
That's right. Look at that. Is that your nickname, the frog?
No.
How did it come? How did you get?
Well, that's all going all the way back in high school.
Phil, can you add an 8th?
Okay.
Can I add an 8th?
Yeah, Leroy is in the background, I think. He might be
Let me add an 8th. Hold on.
Hold on,
I gotta
Leroy.
get Leroy, don't. I do it while we're doing it. Look at this. I got to give them. Hold on. Now I'm going to move Leroy. Where do you want him? The left or the right of Hector?
Either one works. Whatever's
Let's
quicker.
put him on the left. Whatever's quicker. All right. Let me save it. I don't know if he's going to be dark like that, but
I
he's
think
in. Leroy.
He's on mute.
Bruce Leroy.
Looked like he was in there with. I think he was in Mo's truck. You hear him? Fuck is the pizza, Mo?
It's like fucking cold in here, man.
It almost sounded like Mo. Was that Sean?
Yeah.
Good job, Sean. Sean Stewart is one of my guys. One of my favorite guys. I got to meet him in Chicago at the tailgate. You have a twin brother, right?
Not a twin, but he's
You
a
look
big guy too.
exactly alike.
I mean,
you're what? You're both like 6'6". How tall are you?
I'm 6'4". I think he's a little bit taller than I am, somewhere around there.
He's up around Cars territory.
Oh yeah, big dude.
Yeah, I met Cars there too. We're about the same height. Yeah,
big hearts. Listen, I don't think I'm gonna be transparent that Shane and I are gonna be coming to Chicago to support this season's shit show and have a
I
tailgate.
need to tell you guys not to come. Yeah,
Just talking with our business manager, and you saw him in the chat. he was proposing with Shane the idea of us coming for a tailgate party during the draft. So we come out to Chicago, TTNL draft
I love
tailgate.
all.
So
I'll be
that's
there.
where I think we're gonna go do that. What are your thoughts on that, guys?
I would love it. That'd be great.
That'd be
Rich,
cool.
Rich, is that cool?
Yeah, sure.
We all come
Actually-
out. We have a spot that Jim will have the party.
Rich, you
We
used
can
to
watch
have
the draft.
You have the best mustache, the
Yeah,
second
Rich.
best mustache that we've ever had on our air, and we
Second
have
to yours, right?
no.
No.
Who's our Daniel Bouchel? Is that his name in the chat?
Yes,
Gotta
Dan.
be in there. He's the official TTNL mustache. But we have video of Rich
Do
from
we?
a few years ago. Rich,
No, God. Yeah, that was me about 25 years ago and 100 pounds.
Rich got some pipes.
Those live shows you do in the bars are awesome.
Rich, man, you got a great voice all at the same
Yeah.
time. Jesus,
Might
it's
have
been
to
a
have
good-
him do some voiceover work. maybe.
Yeah, I like Rich's
Yeah.
voice here, how he comes across. Are you from Chicago, Rich?
Yeah, I grew up in Chicago.
What is your
I've been down in North Carolina for 30 years now, though.
Oh,
what is your thoughts about? I don't want to get into this whole talk, but what is your thoughts about leaving the lakefront and Arlington Heights? Are you pro move or?
It would have been better for me when I was there because I lived in Schaumburg, which is, right next to Arlington Heights.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm an old school Bears fan. I liked being down on the lakefront. Soldier Field's beautiful, but it was a lot more beautiful back in the day than it is now. I mean,
Yeah.
they ruined it when they redid it, So
How-
now I really don't even care anymore.
How close are you to ECU down there?
I'm about 45 minutes away from there.
All right.
Yeah, what part of North Carolina?
New Bern.
Okay, I lived in Wilmington for a while.
Yeah.
Do you like North Carolina?
Yeah, it's great here.
We'll have to get you hooked up with former or not former
Professor.
patron, but current patron Ryan Cox.
Current
Down there.
patron, Ryan. How does Los come on this late, bro? Shout out.
Hey, Los.
Los like, well, just about done. Time for me to show up.
No specific time zone, right?
Los is keeping stereotypes alive here.
Hey,
Wow.
I've been listening the whole time. You got kids and all that. It's kind of hard to come in, but I'm
You
like
want me-
y'all.
You want me to play the song again real quick? Are they asleep?
No, but I'm like you guys. This coaching staff got to go. They have to go. I'll keep
Run
Poles.
down the whole thing, Los.
Yeah.
Quick, go.
I'll keep Poles because he tore it down, which he got rid of all those contracts for us. But whoever the head coach come in, they gotta have some power. Poles can't be the one to decide the who's gonna be on the roster because he makes all he's gonna do is play his guys, and we can't have that. So that's my 2 cents on that. Other than that, but
I
the
like
Bears
that.
will get blown out on Sunday. Expect that they're gonna get blown out.
You got a
Totally agree.
score quick to catch up with this.
I put 31-13. I believe.
31-13.
Yeah, I believe.
Los is going to
Cardinals-
give us his score on Monday.
31-13.
Los pops in on BHL. I told you it was 31.
He's looking at the box score. Told you those motherfuckers were going to lose 36-13. Angel was going to go 12 of 22. 2 interceptions.
I see you every week, Los, in the chat every
yeah.
Wednesday and on BHL. You're always with us. All
I'm
you
go-
guys.
I'm always going to support you guys. So
We
you guys,
appreciate you.
you guys bring it. You guys are real Bears fans. So bring in depth. I even got a couple family members starting to look at it now. So, and I was at the game on Sunday. And
Oh, you traveled there? Or are you
I,
from
I-
there?
No, I live in LA.
Yeah,
So
Okay, that's what I
yeah,
remember
yeah,
now. Yes.
Yeah, I live in LA, and I was at the game, and the Chargers didn't do anything special. They did nothing. They played. It was the same play: screen, pick with the tight end, and Keenan Allen
Yep.
to get open. The Bears had holes wide open to run the ball, and they just refused to. It was just ridiculous. I saw the first play when I seen Rashawn out there. I said, they're going to do this again.
Yeah.
You know, Hunter Foreman should have been playing. So,
Oh my God. It just watching the tape and cutting it up today, I was just like, oh my God. I just love Foreman, man. And I just, as a coach and a play caller, that kind of guy just erases missed blocks and assignments. And when you have someone like that, you have to roll with that, because especially with Lucas Patrick and Cody White here, you know, you're going to get those misses. But anyway, I won't go on a fucking rant about that. I'm just excited you're here, Los. All of these guys. Like I was talking about Sean, meeting Sean and his brother at the tailgate. Just amazing. When Shane and I left the old network, came here and started this, and we had, you know, Cool Kennedy. We had a bunch of people, Alex Acevedo, the Sandlins, all of these people pushing and believing in us. And
I'm not smart.
Not him. But Cherie, Claudio, obviously nervous. We tell the story. It took him 500 takes. And just starting this, like we knew, you know, not many people can go for 3 hours without a script or a breakdown of what you're going to talk about and keep it entertaining, funny.
Phil's out here throwing haymakers and nobody knows it. Nobody knows it. No script, no breakdowns. That's a story for another day. But anyways, go ahead.
But we do it here live each and every Wednesday night, and there's a large audience and a lot of these people in the media. You hear Kenneth Davis speak eloquently about this network, but it's people like you, Los, sharing it with your family. I haven't had the pleasure to meet you in person, and Hector, I see you every week. Now I know. And Tampa, last time you were on here, you were amazing. And not that you weren't tonight. I'm just saying, I just remembered you the last time, all of you guys. And then finally, I always see Richard Gordon in the comments each and every week. So it's like now I could put a face to the name.
Richard being there for all the shows. Sorry to
Oh,
interrupt
yeah.
you, but
He's always
I didn't even
supportive.
know about the what the hell's the what's that app that I just joined, Richard, that you guys are
Oh, that's the Hundo Crew. That's on I forgot what that's called now. I forgot what the app's called, but that's the Hundo Crew. We've been doing that since the summer of 20.
I had no idea about it, and
They
somebody
have like a
posted it.
crew of fans.
Yeah, group me.
Is Jack on there? Jack Baller? Is he on that?
I don't think so. But
No, he's not now. No.
I hopped in, and everybody they're like, "Is this the real smartest man?" And I'm like, then I'm like working throughout the day, and my phone's like just fucking going crazy. And I'm like, these motherfuckers talk all day long in here.
Live it, man. That's why they love this network. I love this network. There's nights where I'm like running off the practice field. Like you give a full day of work, go to practice, coach kids. I was free. I'm tired. I grabbed something to eat, jumped on. I'm late here, and you're like, I don't know.
Oh man,
oh that sucks.
Sorry, Jack.
Yeah,
but these shows are so therapeutic. I apologize, Jack. R.I.P. to his dad. But you guys, fans, make this worth every second of time that we take away from our family. And I think some of the guys don't understand that. You're going away. I don't get to put my sons to bed at night. How many years am I going to be able to do that? So those things, loving the conversations with you guys and breaking down the Bears with passion and pride here on this network for the last 3 years has been very important to me and to Shane, and to have you guys open these shows up to the voice of the fan. I think it's important. I think you'll see other networks so to speak, copying that as well soon. But it's about authenticity and
I
having.
fucked your mom.
Can't get any
Anyway,
more authentic than that.
Yeah, you
can't.
can't.
Claudio was imitating Shane, by the way. In that.
Yeah. he
No,
was.
but Phil, seriously though,
Yes.
all this, the Hundo Crew app, the things we were talking about, none of that would be possible without you guys. You guys
thank
started the
you.
whole thing. You brought our family together, and I mean, I'm looking at this chat and I see like 100 names that I recognize. I wouldn't know any of these guys except for Anthony, you know,
Yeah.
my brother.
Well,
But
I
if it wasn't
appreciate
for you
that.
guys,
I
Yeah,
appreciate
no,
that.
when
Sometimes
we-
it's tough.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Shane, but we don't hear it. We don't know it. And we always see all this negative and the inner fighting of Bears fans, Fields and Beijing, and the fucking Bears making a drama. And then why are we doing this? But then you have nights like this where we see these people face to face, and you have this kind of family. Everything we've talked about come to fruition. We're at the table. Los comes in late. He didn't even bring dessert. It's like, what the?
oh, come on, man.
But I'm definitely like, I believe in what we're doing here, and I believe in you guys, and I think it's smart for us to come out to Chicago leading up to the draft and have a freaking celebration with all you fans and let everybody know and just embrace one another and hope. We'll know at that time. Imagine if Harbaugh's the coach and we're going into the draft with the fucking number 1 pick and the number 3 pick. I mean, that kind of party with TTNL fan. Larison would go all out. He'd be fucking cooking ribs out in the parking lot, for God's sake. I don't know what he'd be doing. He wouldn't be cooking shit. He's hiring fucking Emerald Lagasse.
Yeah, right. You do it on a Thursday night then? Isn't the first round Thursday night?
It would be a Thursday, man. It would be Thursday in Chicago.
We'd be
We'd
doing
fly in. Claudio, first class for Nicola.
Yeah.
We'd be flying in on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'd be dressing up as Mrs. Furnicola to fly first class in my hubby that trip.
Anyway.
But no, we appreciate you guys just as much, because without your guys' loyalty and just everything, none of this works. And I know we're not for everybody, but we're for who we have here, and fuck everybody else. That's the way that I feel. Like I said, a lot of people don't like the way that we talk, the way that we will attack when things don't go the right way, but we're not going to openly, run away. We're always going to speak our mind. And when Phil and I decided to do this, we were lost and we didn't really know what to do. And we just got together and really this was born in about 30 days. It was about a 30-day process between not knowing what the fuck to do and when we went live. We'll have to edit that first show. I think I have some cut-ups on my phone still of Claudio's the inception of that, when he literally practiced I gotta do it one more time because it was fucking awful. You think it's bad live? You should have seen it then. It's crazy.
He was so nervous, Los. He was like, I don't know. No, he literally, what was it?
He's come a long way then.
6 minutes before kickoff for the first show, he says, and I quote, "I can't do it.
Yeah,
you can't do it tonight." And he's like, I go, "You're joking, right? We're about to go live." No, I can't do it.
He almost
I
did the
don't know
same
how
thing tonight. I texted Cherie. It was like 13 seconds before. Did you see your phone? 13 seconds before the fucking show goes live, and he gonna go live with his and I look down and the fucker bounces off camera and shuts his video off. I'm like, show's starting. There goes Claude, but he was putting his mask on. He didn't want us to see it, but no, we appreciate all you guys just as much, and we couldn't do any of it. You guys make what we do easier because it's it's a grind. I spend a lot of time right here in this chair when I could be, investing a little bit more time into other things. But this is just as much of a child as our own kids are, and it takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to do what we do and to deal with this shitty franchise that we all love. But thank you guys.
Jay
for what you-
Grizz.
Jay Grizz. Shout out you, Jay Grizz.
Oh.
Speed dating this Friday night.
I didn't put that up, by the way, Cherie. So
I knew that was Phil. It's okay.
Hey, I have to agree with Jay Grizz. I like the braid, Cherie.
Thank you.
Look very nice.
Thank you.
Hawaii.
Deserves
Cherie's
some
always
praise.
looking.
Did that happen on the
Thank you,
beach in
Shane.
Hawaii?
She always is. I always am very, very nice. Cherie and I have had some
invested.
very nice talks, haven't we, Cherie?
Yes.
Yeah, she
Cherie,
knows.
we were in
Cherie.
the restaurant. Cherie's with Tate, Devin. It was Hans from Germany and his dad, Claudio.
Hans and
Ivan.
Franz. Isn't that weird? Hans' father's name is Franz.
No, Hans' father's name is
Just go with the
Detlef.
fucking joke, dickhead. Come on,
Pump
Hans and
you up.
Franz. That's the best thing ever.
It's not a
No, it's
yeah,
not.
what?
It's Detlef.
Oh, Detlef, man.
Come on.
I thought you were being serious. I didn't see the joke.
Hans. You don't know who Hans?
I remember
and Franz
Hans and
are? All right.
Franz
You
from
are-
Saturday Night Live,
We're
right?
here to pump you up. Right.
We're here to pump you up.
You
I lack comedic timing, Phil.
You
I've been
do.
told. I've been told.
According
that.
to sources.
Yes.
And anyway, what I was saying is Cherie is just an angel. And
She
Shane
is.
has never met Cherie in person.
Oh, but you should
So-
see we have our private talks. don't we, Cherie? She's like, "Can you lick my stamp?" And I said, "Like they're self-stick, Cherie. That'd just be weird." But are we still live?
What's Lowe's doing? Lowe's comes on. Now he's reading texts.
he's texting.
Big time
Hey,
in LA.
I just put the fucking kids to sleep. I'm live on YouTube right now.
Nah, it's my buddies they texting about the Lakers losing, so they complaining. They're they're 40 fans too, so I always cracking jokes on them.
Won't be the
Losing
last
like that
loss.
LeBron hairline.
Started
lows.
already?
Yeah.
When did it start?
What,
Last week.
basketball?
Yeah.
Oh, last week.
Last week.
Does it even matter yet? It's fucking going to June, bro. Calm down with the matter.
Right.
It matters for us
Yeah.
Chicago fans who have no
Yeah.
team to root for, really.
I
Right.
get that.
Like even the Blackhawks, I was excited about Bedard, but
I get excited watching Connor Bernard. That's about it.
yeah.
I look
That-
forward to
the,
that.
the hockey
guess some
I'm
other
in
good
New
young
York,
players
and I
too,
still
yeah.
I have the league pass. And,
Greg
you know,
Bragg
people's-
said that
but
was the
it's-
greatest moment in Chicago sports history. Was that his comment?
not
Oh.
the greatest. It was, I don't know. Did he say top 10
What, drafting
greatest
him?
moments in Chicago?
Yeah, draft
when they
him.
won the lottery. Yeah.
Right, right.
I mean, there's a
Lottery.
really low chance of them getting him.
Oh,
Does
yeah.
anyone care about hockey like that much in
I
Chicago?
only care when the Blackhawks winning. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, all our teams are terrible, so that's our only hope right now, I think.
Wait, Leroy's back.
Yeah. Try to add a 9. Add a
Let's try
9.
to add a night.
We're working on it, Leroy. Look, he's been punching his ceiling. It looks like.
Oh, what a feeling. Leroy's dancing on the
Hold
ceiling.
on, Leroy. We got you.
I see his fingers. Look.
Give me 2 minutes. I'm
That's
putting
like
on
Shane
pants.
and Cherie's video chat right there. Hold on.
What is?
We're up. There he is.
Oh,
All we see is
Wow.
fingers there.
yeah. There it is.
Leroy.
Huge hands.
Getting a manicure.
All right, you doing something.
Doing something. He's got a chandelier up there. What is going on?
All right. He playing with
Leroy.
2 wires.
There he
There he
is.
is. He's smiling. He's got those DMC.
He drove home from
gazelles.
work. That's how long it's been.
I'm
Right.
DMC in the
Yeah.
place to be. I went to St. John's University.
We're gonna give you the last shout out, Leroy.
Leroy. We're
Yeah,
all
you
getting
know.
a shout out. Let's go. Let's go around. We start with Cherie, straight from Hawaii to your living rooms tonight.
Yeah.
Do you have a shout out?
Back to reality. No, not really anything special. Just shout out to you all for building this community, all the fans coming on and wanting to be a part of this. So shout out to you two for building this type of community where people want to come, like Richard was saying. Like a lot of these people we probably would never interact with if it wasn't for
Everybody but Bratcher wants to be a part of this community.
Leave Ratchet his White Castle alone.
He's in love. Gotta
Ratcher's
leave
in
him
love,
alone.
dude.
He's in love with a Colts fan.
But no, just shout out to you all. You know I love you both and just appreciate everything you do, which is why I'm here. I'm always supporting just like the rest of the fans. So shout out to y'all.
Well, thank you. Thanks. And I love how you say y'all.
Y'all.
That's always been one of my favorite things. It's subtle. Subtle. Let's go. Thank you, Cherie, with the shout. We always start with the ladies, Richard Gordon. We'll go right down like Brady.
Oh, I'm sorry. And to Richard, go blue.
Go
Go
blue.
blue, Sherry.
Go blue.
Oh, you just called her Sherry. You want to call him out for that, Cherie?
Yeah. Shane, you got it. You
Yeah.
You did it. You did it.
Handled your business.
He did the Phil thing.
Anyway.
That happened 2 years ago.
I never forget.
What, Phil got a name wrong? No way.
Oh, yeah.
Sean Stewart.
Steven Stewart, you're next. Oh, my bad.
Look, there are times I can't even say my own name right. So, now my shout out goes to, well, first to my boys in the Hunter crew that made me do this tonight. I thank you very much, especially Bullets. He was the one that was all over it from the beginning.
Yes. There he is, right on cue.
Right on cue. And my other shout out, I know it's been an anniversary for Riley, and I'm really proud of him, taking care of that, beating that. I did it 30 years ago, so
yeah. Thank you.
I'm really proud of him.
Yeah, it was
awesome.
He's an amazing kid, and he, like I said, he deserves all the props that he can get. I'm the biggest baby in the world when it comes to even just being sick, and I had a conversation with a TTNL fan privately before the show. His daughter is 3 years old and was fighting that fight, and I said, kids are so amazing, and they're fearless and strong, and I don't know how they deal with it, and that's why I wanted to show when I shared that picture of Riley as a cancer patient and then as a cancer survivor, because it looks like a totally different person. And I appreciate you shouting him out, Rich, because like I said, he definitely deserves it, and he is my hero, no doubt about it.
Great stuff, Richard Gordon. Go blue. Great stuff. We'll skip to Tampa because I don't know if Leroy, can you hear us?
No, he's moving now. I thought he was froze there for a second.
Okay, then we'll go to Leroy. Leroy, you got some shout outs?
Yeah, I got some shout outs. First, shout out to Phil and Shane and Phil. Appreciate you guys. The Patreon. Lady Bear, I see you. Shout out to everybody. And the reason I got League Wood up there, because Saturday my dad passed away. So that was like a little tribute to him. And I say, we're here about celebrate life and all that good stuff. So, like I said, appreciate life to the fullest, So
absolutely.
So sorry for your loss.
You guys.
I'm so sorry for your loss, bro.
Definitely. Yeah.
Here's to you and your family.
God bless.
I got like I said, I was able to, spend as much time with them and everything. So, it's just part of life.
I appreciate you sharing it and coming on the show tonight with us and praising him. All praises to him. Good stuff, Leroy, coming on tonight. I know you're at work. You're always in that factory or whatever it is, warehouse, working your ass off in Jersey. Hector, you got some shout outs.
Yeah, a simple one here. Just a shout out for you guys here, giving the opportunity to finally talk to you guys. I know a couple of times I try to reach out, but life. Yes. And also just a quick shout out to the wife for actually not giving me the hassle over here.
Did she want to come on and say hi?
Nah, she good. She's good.
Everybody's
She
so
said
afraid
she's
to have
knocked.
their wives on.
She's knocked out anyway. But I know she was like, "What you
Hey,
doing?"
knocked
running?"
up or knocked out?
Knocked
Big difference.
out.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I was gonna say.
maybe both. Keep that in DL. But other than that, guys, that's it, man. Appreciate it and all. And hopefully, we'll see how everything goes for the next 8 to 9 weeks. And Black Monday, if anything, also too.
Oh yeah, we'll be keeping everybody posted on that. Shane went live after the trade went down with Cars and Ivan pop-up show. I made an appearance during my lunch.
Yep,
in the car, popping up. Anytime anything breaks, we'll be going live. If there is a 8 in the morning firing, I think I'll go live then too.
Yeah.
Tampa Taylor, who's your shout out, man?
I appreciate you guys having me on for the third time. Always love coming on and talking with you guys.
Oh shit, that's your last one then. We don't do 4, so get it out.
I appreciate it. It was fun. It's a great escape weekly for the few hours when I get to come out and watch you guys. And shout out to my wife for leaving me alone for 3 hours and 11 minutes.
What's your wife's name?
Who's counting?
Toya.
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 Thank you, Toya.
Yes.
A
And
nice name.
because normally I have to watch, the Wednesday night show over 2 days sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
'cause
really?
4 fucking hours long? That's not strange at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't done a 4-hour show in a while.
Hasn't
But
been
no,
that long.
I
Hasn't been
appreciate
that
you
long.
guys, and I appreciate, the family aspect and everything like that too.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you for jumping on it. Thank Toya and Hector's wife for allowing them to jump on tonight with us. Sean Stewart, shout outs.
Yeah, shout out to my brother Ben, my
God.
fellow Bears, sympathizer, and you guys. I mean, I talked to you guys about this before, but I just love everything you do. I was looking for something to kind of get an outlet when we had the Nagy era, and I ran across your guys' channel, and just I love all the shows you guys produce. It's just like it's just a family. I love getting to know you like as a person too, and you keep it real. You don't BS, and I hardly watch any other Bears coverage anymore because it's just word salad like you guys talk about. So I just enjoy everything you guys do. Appreciate the work you put in. I know it's a lot of hours and everything. So whether or not you hear it from us all the time, I know we all appreciate it and just love being here. It's just I don't miss these shows ever, and I think it's just a great time, and it feels like part of a family.
Well, you are a part of the family, and I honestly will reiterate that meeting you in person, it was great kind of person that you are, and the support. When people say shit, there's 2 different types. There's people that talk about it and people that be about it. You're a be about it person who, when you be about it, you can actually talk about it with knowledge. And I appreciate you, Sean, and your brother so much. It was great. And thank you for coming on tonight and having your wife allow you to come on for 3 hours and 14 minutes now, Tampa.
Los is like 3 hours and 14 minutes. This show's only been on for about 7 minutes.
Los popped in right as we were going to shot. I was like, "Oh, we got to get Los on." I
He's got
love
that
Los.
schedule. I'm gonna go on the Los schedule for Wednesday nights. Ain't show up for shout outs, then go back to bed.
Los, you have a shout out?
Hey, I've been watching since the show started at 5:30 my time. So, but first, get a shout out to TTNL. You guys do a great job. Like I said, it's our Bears therapy, so we really appreciate it. You guys be honest. You're not just sugarcoating it about what players you like, but you're giving it from an honest perspective. Shout out to my family, my wife, Talitha, holding it down with the kids and stuff like that. And my daughters as well. All the Bears fans on here, keep your heads up. It's going to turn around for us. Bear down.
Bear down. Well said. Well said. It's what? November 1st today.
Yeah.
November 1st of 2023. And it seems like we've been every November. What was that Troop song? Maybe Sweet November. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but hopefully it does. Shane, you got a shout out?
Well, yeah, you talk November, and it's obviously very important to remember a big part of this team that we know and love. We lost 24 years ago today.
Yep.
And that's number 34, Walter Payton. So it's a guy that we should always remember. And we're talking about, being maniacal. He epitomized that. And, he's there he is right there. Yeah, Sean's pointing to him.
Yeah.
But it's who, we all wanted to be growing up and who we still all want to be, today, 24 years after he left us all. So shout out to him and Jarrett, who's been on with us in the whole Payton family, because when they're still talking about you 24 years later, you definitely did something right. So shout out, Sweetness. We all miss you and love you, and bear down.
Oh, well said, bro. He stole a little of my thunder. I thought I was going to surprise, pull that uppercut on Walter, because he's the only reason I'm a Bears fan. I always tell the story of my dad. It's in third grade. It was 1982 or 3. And asking me to what do I want? What do you want to play? I was like, running back. Well, which running back? Who do you? And then he put on the VHS tape of Tony Dorsett, Billy Sims, Franco Harris, all these running backs in those early 80s. George Rogers was with the Saints. You remember him? And then 34 came on. And I was like, mesmerized. I want to be him. He's like, that's Walter Payton of the Chicago Bears. From that day on, I became a Walter Payton fan, and then it became an obsession over the loyalty clause of the Bears. So piggybacking off Shane, shout out to the Payton family. I don't know, Jarrett, if your dad abused me in this relationship I have with the Bears. But I wouldn't trade it for anything, because I hope in my lifetime I'm going to see the resurgence of the actual Chicago monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears, the way they're supposed to be, respected, and know that no matter what, when they show up, they're going to go out there and play 60 minutes of football. And that's how it used to be when you watch the Bears. Now it's been quite the opposite of that. So good for you. Shout out the Payton family. I want to shout out everybody that came on the show tonight.
Absolutely.
The loyalty and the passion and the compassion, the empathy, all the things that I think are standard in a friendship, in a family, were showcased on this show tonight. We all have passion. I love bullets. Please. I love all. We're always going to disagree and agree. And I know Los has disagreed with me. And I think everybody on this panel has disagreed with me. But I never, ever, ever will hold any kind of grudge with that. Like, it's what it is. At the end of the day, I'll be right. You'll apologize, and then we'll move forward.
I'm going to tell you, shit in your hat and get the hell off the field.
Yeah, my dad as well. But no, in all seriousness, thank you, all of you, even Los, no dessert Los, for coming on here and having a great time talking Chicago Bears every Wednesday night on the best Chicago Bears show on the planet. Keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies. All of these guys brought it tonight. If you're just tuning in, you want to rewind it back. It's got its own DVR. And if you think that the intro's too long, you forget.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
15 minutes long, you fucking idiots. Now Shane even cut it shorter.
Yeah, we did the pop-up show, and the first comment out the gate is fucking intro is 2 minutes long. And I think I told the guy, I'm like, your mom was here, so we had to buy time before we went live.
Yeah, you did. I saw that. All of you fans checking in tonight deserve a bow for your loyalty to the network, but also the Bears. Shane and I will be live post-game coverage of Chicago Bears Saints this Sunday on Bears Hour Live, the best Bears post-game show on the planet, bar none. I haven't seen Lawrence Fleming in a while, the voice. I want to shout him out. I was thinking of him today. All of you guys in the chat, we'll see you guys. I will release my video breakdown of what was Bears versus Chargers tomorrow afternoon. And I just want to be clear, like, X's with the O's, it's only been put on the shelf because of certain family things that have come up and coaching that has interfered. Like, they moved the game to Saturday. It was supposed to be signed. So I just wanted to keep those patrons informed that it's definitely coming back. We just haven't had the best of luck between my dad and some of the family stuff I'm dealing with here. But my dad is like itching at the bit to get back to breaking down the Bears, and we will get that. So I just wanted that programming note out there. Shane,
know I'm short, right?
Short in stature, long in verbiage, right?
As long as Cherie's happy, I'm happy.
Yes. As
We'll
long as
close
Cherie-
it out
with what?
A little tribute to our guy down here, Avon. We're gonna give his dad a little tribute while we sign off, because whenever I hear that name, I think of one thing. And hopefully he doesn't get offended by this, because it always makes me smile. So that's what we want. But here's our little Leroy tribute as we go out.
All right, thumbs up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Best clip ever of Leroy. Whenever I see that name, whenever I see the name Leroy, I always think of Leroy. That's the best clip.
Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah.
Leroy's so gone.
And if you keep that clip going a little bit longer, because Leroy goes rogue on the game that they're playing, you hear the one little fucking nerd that's playing with him. He goes, "God damn it, Leroy!" And they all take off to go in to do whatever they're doing. But yeah,
What is that game? Is it like
the World of Warcraft?
Oh, okay. World of Warcraft. Is that still a thing?
I haven't played it in a long time, but I did back in the day when that came out.
Okay.
There's like 40 people trying to do a fight, and this one guy just runs in by himself.
He just goes,
ruins the whole thing for everybody.
Yeah, what the fuck? Doesn't he? He yelled something about chicken or something.
He yelled Leroy Jenkins and just went in
Yeah,
and started
but didn't he
fighting.
say something about
a
fuck this?
nuclear bomb?
Yeah, it was crazy.
He
It was
saved up some giant weapon or something.
Kid's like, "God damn it, Leroy!" Then they just all take off after him. It's the best.
All right, let's get out of here. For the smartest man and all of our patrons and Cherie, I'm your guy, Draft Dr. Phil. We'll see you next time on Keeping It 100. And we'll announce our next guest next week. We'll see you.
Pull up.
Hey, fuckers, this is Brian Erlacher, and I'm keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network.
Tape never lies,
The Tape Never Lies.
Keeping it 100 like I'm keeping it 100 when it comes to the Bears.
I think the tape never lies, right?
The tape never lies.
Never does.
Not smart. Get in your hat and get the hell off the field.
It's Lauren Cox from Locked On Bears, and I'm keeping it 100.
You guys know the tape never lies.
Hey, this is David Kaplan. Listen to me. You want to learn football? Listen to my guys, Phil and Shane. Keeping it 100, the Tape Never Lies Network.
Courtney Cronin, beat reporter covering the Chicago Bears for ESPN and ESPN.com. And I am keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies.
I'm Raymond Harris, the Quiet Storm, a.k.a. Ultraback, and I'm keeping it 100 on the Tape Never Lies Network.
Home of the greatest Chicago Bears fans on earth.
good.